We cannot get away with listening. We can hear that. I don't think
Can you hear
viewers can hear that. Click in your face in a minute. My Twitch stats.
I would love to take a really long run up and jump in his plushies.
God, man, wouldn't that be awesome? Are we? I don't know even know if we're streaming. Let me just.
Yeah, I can see us.
What does the title say? Here we go. Completely free. That completely doesn't look like it's spelt correctly.
Completely.
So just watching.
Charlie's saying no Patreon anymore. Yes, Patreon.
What? Why would there be no Patreon anymore?
We're just doing it for free, just to
Just having a freebie.
temptate.
Why? What would make you think? We're watching Jim's stream. Right. It's a great stream.
Space Chase? Should we go for
But
Space Chase?
he's playing music that we just cannot.
No.
We cannot accept that music.
I want to jump in those bears so bad.
If you are listening to this, Jim Bowen, not that one, don't be so stupid. JIMBOWYN. I would suggest following it. O'Neill. Thank you very much for the sub. That is a pretty subs count. Boy, oh boy. Hey, Dan! Do you know what, Dan? I meant to email your dad this week. Your dad popped into my head. Larry, the great Larry, popped into my head this week. And I was away with the boys, and I thought, I must email Larry and just check in. I've not spoken to him for ages. Mr. Pineapple Pig, thank you. Stephen Grice, my favourite tweet liker.
Liker, yes.
So I'm going to email, I'm going to write that down because I remembered it and I thought, so I'm going to write down Larry. Your dad's getting an email tomorrow. Hey, Fifi, thank you for the sub. We're kind of easing into the show. Completely free show tonight. Alistair. Completely free show tonight. So you guys who are not Patreons, you get a little idea of what goes. Oh, look, he's just realised.
Yeah,
he's just realised we're streaming him. He's looking. He's looking. Look at this. He's looking. Hello, Jim.
Yes, we are.
Hello, Jim. We're watching you, Jim.
We want to jump in your pile of plushies.
We want to have a look at those lovely toys.
Unbelievable.
Hello, Jim. Nice to see you, mate.
When we go down to the swimming
I hope they've got their audio tracks right.
Oh, no, we haven't got the audio tracks. Okay. Yippee. We should probably
mind our own business.
This is private. We need to do some business. We need to do this. Boom 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 bing dong ba dum ba dum bo do. There might be an echo on the music. What do you expect from us, professional? Welcome to the show.
Yay.
We have focus, man.
And you are welcome to it.
Jesus Christ, you are. Okay, well, Jim, you should turn off your stream now. Goodbye. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Nina Gatford. Is Amy in the house? Amy? I spent the week with Amy. Me and my boys spent the week with Amy. She runs a farm, and we worked there because I wanted to feel what it's like to get back in touch with the common people. And I delivered a baby cow.
Yeah.
I delivered a baby cow. I had my hand right up its hooter, its bung. And I delivered a baby cow, and it felt alive. Felt like made me forget all the stresses of money and the city, and I got a high-powered job in the stock exchange.
Yeah.
I forgot all of that stuff, and I felt at one with nature, and it was beautiful.
Meanwhile, the economy's going to pot, and it's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
You had your hand up a cow instead.
Jim, thank you for the raid. Didn't know you were streaming, mate. Didn't know you were streaming. It was one with nature, and it was all because of Amy. And I was up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
every morning to milk the pigs.
Life,
milking the pigs. Yep. Feeding the horses.
Yeah.
And living living with nature, and
Yeah.
it only cost me £5,000. All the money we got for Patty went on that. Thank you.
We knew you'd understand.
Thank you. Dan, lovely to see you, man. Yeah, I will send you Larry an email. I was thinking of him, and he's been so kind to us. And I thought I've not spoken to Larry for ages, and I should just check in and make sure that he's okay. And I hope your family. That's DJ Dan, everybody. Who? Hang on a minute. This is.
Let's just refresh your memories.
You may remember this is a song
Coronavirus.
that DJ Dan actually had nothing to
We
do
don't
with.
want it anymore. It's the coronavirus.
Canona, actually.
Got the words wrong. Let's go again.
Coronavirus. We don't want it anymore.
It's the coronavirus. Take it away. It's the coronavirus. Go away. I can't stand it anymore. Please go away. I can't forget the time I heard you say.
That's Nick from another song.
It's the coronavirus. Take it away. So don't go outside anymore.
Although he was going out a lot.
Put me off.
We don't want it
anymore. It's the coronavirus. Take it away. We don't want it anymore. Please, God, take it away. Tony Newley at the end there, ladies and gentlemen.
Why?
Tony Newley. Did Nigel ever stream on Twitch? I hope not. If he did, it would have been TOS. I've got a new sound clip.
I was strung out on heroin.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
Wow. Let me hear that again.
Big bottle of drugs with no top on.
The
It's
other
a
one.
pleasure I get out of life.
You got to play it. You got to play it with.
Black bra.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
I'm 18, she's 30.
It's a pleasure I get
You
out
don't
of
know
life.
how to do this. I think you mean this.
I'm 18, she's 30. Does that make me dirty?
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
Okay, yeah, now I get it.
Patsy's great. I haven't got Patsy here. She stayed with the brilliant All Done Pets, which is where I got their rescuers and fosterers and
Advisors.
great people.
Yes.
And that's where I got Mucky and Lucky from. And I saw Mucky and Lucky's
Mother.
mum.
Astrid.
Astrid. She's a big old girl. Not that old. She's only about 4. She had them very young. And Pats is there. I'm going to go and collect Pats tomorrow. And Helen has every day sent me pictures and video of Pats, and she looks great.
Yeah.
She looks great.
Helen's also been advising me on a little problem I've got with my kittens at the moment, in that they've got a luxury litter tray and they still prefer the back of my telly.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
Yeah.
So it was. So the Pats is great. Thank you for Patty Fest. Thank you for Pat Stock. I enjoyed it a lot. John Mason says, "What happened to our partnership?
Or a partnership.
We didn't. We decided to become affiliates instead of partners. The first people on Twitch to go, yeah, your partner rules are a little bit shitty.
So for financial reasons, business reasons, corporate reasons, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The partner rules are a little bit locked in and not fair.
They're quite restrictive.
The more I think about it, the more I think Twitch is actually quite exploitative now they're not paying us anymore, because 50% of what the performer earns. Let's say, look, John Mason, hello. Mike's Phoenix, even affiliate rules aren't the best. I know, but they're better. It means we can stream on YouTube.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have to stay here all the time.
Dave, Dogface, Boy, Gap Food, Beastie Boy, Genois, Peter, Super Saint, Sly Tuck. Have a Sly Tuck.
Can I say hello to Visionary Soup, Red Special 86, Lottie Ash, Beastie Boy?
Mike Phoenix says, I made more money without affiliate. I don't know what that means. Which is great. Hello. The cats are being idiots. So I've been away for a week, hanging out. Fort Sunlight, thank you, Sir Cheeky Rascal. Welcome in Logical Hell. They've reduced the sub cost. Yeah, they've made the subs even cheaper, which is great for you guys and subs for us guys. I do think Twitch is actually a piece of trash. TLNA, how's the cats? I've just said the cats are fine. I've been away for the week. I want to thank Amy, because Amy has New Man Lucas. I'm celebrating a published author since I last spoke to you. I like
Excellent.
Oh, Anonymous Tim sent us an email.
Yeah, I
It's
saw.
been read.
Yes.
It's been read.
It's been read, and we are having a think about how best to proceed.
We're going to do it. We just need to work it out. And I read it when I was just about to get on the Rattlesnake at Chessington, because I've been at Chessington Zoo. I'm old enough to remember when it was Chessington Zoo for the week. Thank you to Amy, who works there, and let's say pretty good discount. And
she's the Queen of Chessington.
Oh man, we had my boys fell in love with her. She's got the same kind of vibe about her that Imani Coppola has when the boys went. I went on the Rattlesnake, Mandy. I did it. We had the most fun. It was a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and so 3.5 days at Chessington, 1 day at Thorpe Park. My God, I'm tired. Like 13,500 steps every day. Yes. 8.5 kilometres we walked.
And you were absolutely shattered.
Well, for the last...
Anything interesting, fun, surprising happen?
Not allowed... Well, first of all, the Rhino is private.
No, I wasn't going to say about that. I was thinking more about...
She turned up. Amy had different surprises for us every day. She had little... Run, Jim, thank you. She had, not umbrellas. What do they call the thing letters go? Envelopes.
Envelopes.
She had these.
Envelopes?
And
which one is it?
Each night we'd open them before, and it would say, this is your surprise. You're going to go and feed giraffes. Or whatever. They were great. But then Wednesday, we were watching the show, DJ Sharky all the way, and suddenly, like, these people came and sat next to us, and I thought, that's rude, because this is
loads
quite
of room.
Plenty of space. And then I looked up, and I looked down, I looked up, and I went, oh my God, it was you and your kids on, what was that, Wednesday? Days become so confusing.
Was it Tuesday? Wednesday you weren't there.
Wednesday was at Thorpe Park. She turned up, spent the day with us.
I did.
Amy, I want to make you cry, baby. I want you to cry.
I went on all the hardcore rides.
Which I refused to go on.
But then my youngest refused to go on
She was
any rides.
It was a lovely human being, and it was great to have her there.
It's.
She didn't even go on the Gruffalo ride.
No. We've had a conversation since then, I think.
I hope she got beats.
I think a change of heart may be had.
I remember it when it was just Chessington Zoo. I remember Thorpe Park when it was historical. Used to be.
It was what now?
Historical. It used to be historical. All right, here's the thing. I'm the only person I think that remembers this. I remember going to Chessington when I was about Thorpe Park when I was about 7, right? And I remember there was this big cube, right, made up of tinier cubes, and there were windows, and you'd look through the windows of this cube, and you'd see like an historical, like peasants in a barn or something.
Oh yeah.
So does anyone else remember that? Because I'm the only person that remembers that. Mandy remembers it being historical. Nikon Rossi EU remembers it being historical. Or maybe you're remembering the zoo. When Thorpe Park was in black and white. All right, Amy, let's not push it.
That'll do, thanks.
But seriously, Amy, thank you. My boys loved you. As you know, things are a little bit tight here. I couldn't have afforded to take the boys on a decent holiday this year. And you helped, and you gave them a decent holiday, and you created memories. And the boot of my car was so full of plushies and soft toys that some had to go in the back, and I had to ask my eldest to tilt down the big dog because I couldn't see out of the back. But genuinely, thank you. It was amazing. One of the top 5 holidays. You did that. You actually did that. And when we go to Alton Towers, the invitation for you to come is a genuine open invitation. I need to find out what day we're going to Alton Towers on our stay. I can't quite remember. But thank you. The timer is meant to be there because that means I've got 12 minutes of being nice, and then it goes.
So enjoy it. It won't last.
It was good. Oh, Christ, we got a guest.
Yeah, we have.
Let's get Jim Bob on.
Get this bloody thing going.
Let's get this bloody thing going. I tell you what, before we get Jim Bob on, we're going to get done for this, but I don't care. I want to play his new single, right? Because then we'll get him on. This is his new single, Song for the Unsung, brackets, You're So Modest, You'll Never Think This Song Is About You, right? I watched this, and I was in peace. You know the
See, I haven't seen the video. I just heard it, and I thought, oh, bless him.
It's a great song.
He shouldn't have written me a song.
He describes it as his most ITV song ever. He said if this was a TV show, it'd be presented by Davina, right?
Nice.
In a world that's horrible, and I'm really... some of you may have noticed, I locked my Twitter the other day, just for like half a day, because I'm really off Twitter at the moment. Danny Baker's unfollowed me.
Oh.
That got me. Anyway, we've been wondering how much help is Twitter with this? And it just keeps telling me about that horrible historian man and Nigel Farage and all of that. I don't want to know about that. So in a world where that is king, right? Watch this, and I'm going to move us because you don't need to see us, right? And we're going to get done for this, and I don't care because this is great, okay? And I think you should be able to hear. This is Jim Bob, formerly of Carter. Have some of this. I'm assuming you're about to hear it. I'm hoping. Here it comes.
You're unstoppable. You're a gift from the gods. You're kind in a way that I wish that I was. You don't want no fuss, but to us, you're a star. Sha, la la la, la la la, la la la. You build and repair, you teach and you nurse. In hard times you're there, with your hand in your purse. You look out for your friends, and to them you're a star. Sha, la la la, la la la, la la la. The world is so dark, we'd be lost without you. This comes from the heart, it's so long overdue. And you never think that this song's about you. It goes sha, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Can't be all doom and gloom, can it? Say something nice for once, Jim. Sing a song for the unsung. Okay. In a world that's in need of a fix, you're the glue. As a human, you're almost too good to be true. And you never think that the song's about you. You deserve more than a round of applause. To thank you for all that you've done for the cause. A fly past your house every day should be yours. A firework display and 1,000 awards. This song is for you. Every word, every bar, every whoa, 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 every sha, la la la. Sha, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sha, la la la, la la la, la la la.
And I'm in pieces.
Shop
I'm
online
in
at
pieces.
the Google.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh man, I'm in pieces. Oh, that's so good. I'm in pieces. It's just. I've just accidentally got rid of the chat. You've got the chat. I haven't got the chat. Let me just add the chat, and then we're going to get Jim Bob in, because that is some song, right? It's a great song, right? Mollington, thank you. We'll do the subs in a minute. It's a great song. Right? It's a great song.
Store.
That video, man. That video is that's a powerful thing. That's a powerful thing. Let's introduce new. I don't know what that is. Let's make sure. I can't remember how to use Zoom.
It's been a little while.
Here we go. Let's start. Let's get the man. I need to speak. Oh God, wait! Don't do that. I remember. Don't do that. Come over here. Let's get the man in. I need to speak to this guy.
The guy who's responsible for that beauteousness.
Oh, hang on. No, it's not going to let us. Oh, start video. There we go. Now we're just waiting for Jim Bob.
Now that was taken from his new album, Who Do We Hate Today? So the vibe isn't always so peace and lovey.
No, but I think he gets it.
Yes.
Here he comes. Now I need to hopefully hang on a minute before we let him in. Because I want to just we're joining the audio. Just want to check all the microphone USB, speakers USB. Come join us, boy. Come join us. Here he comes. You should be able to hear him. I heard a little click.
And I see
Hey!
Hey!
Look at you with your fisheye lens.
Is it? Is it a fish eye?
It's a beautiful eye, but also much better position. Let's have a look at those gold discs on the wall. Come on, man.
What have I done?
Look at you, John Entwistle. This is great.
That's taken me since 1992. That's taken a global pandemic for me to get those on the wall.
I was going to say, I didn't think they were there when we last spoke.
And the thing we know, of course, is they won't be your records that are gold, will they? Quite often, the number of tracks is not the same number of tracks that's actually on the album. It's just another record painted, isn't it?
Oh, don't spoil it, man.
I think so. I don't know what.
It doesn't detract from the fact he did it. I'm just saying. It's this. I'm not. It's a beautiful thing. I haven't got any gold records, so I'm not.
Well, you say neither has he.
Well,
I've got some old Mary Hopkins records spray painted.
I'm going to listen. If you see me typing away, it's just because I'm going to keep posting the link to your jim-bob.co.uk, and everything is there. If you want to go and have a little look, the link to the song, the link to the album. We're going to get in trouble for it, but I don't care. We just played Song for the Unsung.
With the video, which I hadn't seen. I listened to the stream of the album yesterday. Yeah. Loved it. My God, that video's good.
So it's some song, man. And as you say in the description, it's the most ITV song he's ever written. And if it was a TV show, it'd be hosted by Davina, right? Which is not a bad thing at all. The song is great. The video, oh God, I'm in peace. I've watched it a handful of times now, and every time there's a different person, and we've just played it, so everyone's seen it. There's a different person that just, my God, it's great. Who did the video?
Me.
Really?
Yeah. It took because it's quite simple, but it actually took ages.
Yeah.
Because I just trying to get it so that you could read it, and sort of had to kind of edit down. So I thought, because we asked people on our mailing list, to like nominate sort of people who are unsung heroes, and we thought it would just be, Jeff nominates his mate Barry for being great at football, that sort of thing. But it wasn't. It was just all these sort of like really moving stories of people who sort of there
are some actual
proper heroes.
We're hero, and I'm sure everyone is in there as a hero to someone else. But there are proper heroes. When it started hitting with the NHS staff and COVID and it's because the tide is turning. We hate the NHS again now. That's the do you remember for a while at the beginning of,
we were clapping them.
We were clapping them.
We weren't paying them. We were clapping them.
But we were clapping them. But also we were talking about how delivery drivers were heroes and how people that worked in supermarkets were actual heroes, and they who'd have thought that at this historical moment, they'd be the people on the front line. Now we hate them all again.
There were loads of conversations about, now we know who the people are who are really holding the fabric of our society together. It seems like that's gone by the wayside again.
So it is a beautiful video, and I think it's made it, and the song is great, and it's made even more emotional for me because of the last 18 months being so grim.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on.
I don't like to think of it being totally grim.
Oh, really? Have you had some light during
Had moments.
There have been moments. It's just I've been away for the week with my boys. We were in Chessington for a whole week. Imagine the exhaustion. Wow. And it was magic. It was magic. And I tell you what got me. We went swimming for the first time since February of last year. It was in a swimming pool, and that's when it hit me just how. And there have been moments of joy, and I've had some great times during the pandemic, but just how long this thing has gone on for.
Yeah.
Of weirdness, and I guess for me, it's the whole political. And I don't want to go in too much, but they're all getting away with it. They're getting away with deaths. They're getting away with being completely bent and corrupt, and they're getting away with it, man.
Yeah,
that's the thing for me.
I think they'll get away with it until it's kind of over, maybe.
Yeah.
And then it will be. Well, there'll be some kind. You think there'll be some kind of payback, don't you? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. I got the album when I got back, and I have deliberately not opened it yet. We're going to have a live. I think they call this an unboxing.
Yes.
Oh, look at this!
This is exciting. This is a beautiful thing that came through the post. So when is this out? This isn't out yet, is it?
It's out on the 20th of August.
20th of August. So this is Jim Bob. Who Do We Hate Today? I've got to be very careful because I normally open records. I've got a sealed Monkees album from 1970, and on my deathbed, I'm going to open it and sniff what 1970 smelt like. That's the thing. Look at this.
Probably smelled quite grubby. They only had a bath once a week.
Look at this, man.
Isn't that gorgeous?
This is beautiful.
Isn't
this is all right, isn't it? Are you going to tell me you do the cover as well?
No, I didn't. Mark Reynolds, a bloke called Mark Reynolds, did it? If you pick him up enough, you'll probably find yourself cartoon form by the end of the week.
Look at this. There's a calendar. This is beautiful. Who's that cool pop star in the background there?
I don't know who that is.
Is there when I see an album title like Who Do We Hate Today, I imagine, I haven't listened to it, this is my weekend listening, but I imagine there's some kind of theme running through it. Is that close?
I suppose so, yeah. I think there's no question mark. I've been picked up on that by a few people. I don't really know. I think I was just trying to be clever. It's a sort of semi-rhetorical question. It kind of refers to me personally waking up in the morning and then going, making a cup of coffee, turning on Twitter and seeing who I officially don't like today. And it might not, it doesn't necessarily need to be anyone who's done anything particularly wrong. You do you're presented with a list, aren't you? You think, oh dear, I wonder what he's done or she's done. And it's invariably nothing, isn't it?
This is what I was just saying. I've coming to the conclusion that I don't like Twitter, and I don't actually think it helps sell us. And it's the same thing. I turn it on. It's the first thing I look at when I wake up. And it's all, you go to recommended for you, and it's all a list of people that I find thoroughly obnoxious. It feels like it's designed to get you angry.
To provoke.
So you then go in and argue with people.
Because I found I've become quite sort of masochistic about the whole thing. I was so I don't really follow anyone I don't like. But I do search. Sometimes I'll say, I wonder what Lawrence Fox or Right Said Fred are saying today. So I'll look them up and then I'll just think, why do that?
Yeah.
Because that's Lawrence Fox being a good example of somebody, I might say to somebody who's not on Twitter that I'll mention Lawrence Fox and they'll say, who's that? You think, so maybe it's,
I have
to make things appear worse than they are, doesn't it?
I wonder how much of it is real. Now, if you're in it and it's aimed at you, it's real. But my mum doesn't even know what Twitter is. So the whole, to her, Right Said Fred is still deeply dippy and I'm too sexy. And that's wonderful, but if she ever thinks of them. But that stuff doesn't exist in her world. And I just think, That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's bliss.
She's also in that blissful situation of not having to have an opinion on everything.
Yep.
Which it would appear that we seem to need to now. No one actually says, I mean, of course, saying it would kind of invalidate the whole thing, but no one it would appear that no one seems to think, I don't know enough about this to pass comment. People wade in anyway and have a good old slam dunk. My
Mrs. Jimlock, she's not on Twitter, but she still listens to the Smiths. So, and I hear her playing the Smiths, and I think, oh, is that okay? Because she doesn't she's not exposed to that. She has no idea. I mean, she does know, obviously, because I've told her. But apart from that, so.
What have you told her, that the Smiths were massively overrated?
No, they were great.
That's the gossip.
They were great, but Morrissey's a dickhead now.
Oh, okay, Morrissey.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
How again?
Yeah, she didn't get the memo on having to pick a team. Everyone has to pick a team now, right?
I'm just showing this to people. This is actual real record. This is gonna get devoured at the weekend. I love this. Again, are we in your recording studio?
No, it's my yes. No, I don't know. It's just a small bedroom in my house. But I do record demos here. I've made albums here. I've written novels here. But since I last saw you, it's been painted and we've got new shelves. So probably last time it looked more like a store cupboard.
It does look. I'm trying to.
I think it looked cool before. I think we passed comment on it before.
I think it always looks cool. I'm always jealous, but I'm trying to work out what have you got on those shelves behind you? I can't see any of the titles.
Yes, that's the new thing you have to do do as well. Judge everyone by their shelves.
God, I'm totally. Is that Simon and Garfunkel box set?
It is, yes. Yeah, it's good. It's a good box set.
Which one is it? Is it all the albums, or
it's all the albums?
Got it.
I think it costs. I remember buying. I think it was something like £7 or something on Amazon.
Is that the one? There's one where it's got bonus discs on, or bonus tracks, and one of them is them playing Bridge Over Troubled Water live for the first time before it's even been released, and you hear the audio. There's this beautiful moment at the end when it stops. And there's silence, and then the audience goes insane because they realise this is like a revolutionary song.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising how few songs there are. I think because I think there's about 3 albums.
They didn't do many.
3 albums have all got Sound of Silence on.
Oh Christ, really?
it's just weird.
Outrageous behaviour. So you go to we have discussed this before, but I find this fascinating. You go to a studio and record. Are you doing this with? Well, I'm seeing this. You are doing it with a band. There's a whole band here.
Yeah.
How does that work in COVID times?
It was the John Clayton, whose studio I've used for the past 4 albums, I think 5 albums.
Yeah.
He moved, and I thought he moved his studio, and I thought this is going to be a disaster for me.
Selfish bastard.
Because I don't like travelling, and I thought it's bound to be in like East London or somewhere. But he moved to 10 minutes walk from my house.
Oh, beautiful!
So it's great. So it was good for me. And then everybody just turned up, one person at a time. It's the only way we could do it, because it was in that particular lockdown where if every time I went out to the studio, I felt like I was breaking the law.
Yeah.
Was I technically allowed to? Was it work? Was I working? But,
I'd have loved it if he said the answer to the question. So how did you record this? Well, of course, COVID was a myth. So me and my guys, we just got together and there was I kind of miss lockdown 1.
With the abject terror, thinking we were all going to die.
The first month was terrifying.
Yeah.
I went into a big depression. I did think, shit, this is it. We're going to die. This is the end of humanity. But once I got into it and realised, actually, we were working from home. I don't go out. It didn't really change my stuff. I quite enjoyed it, and I missed that. Lockdown 2 and 3, they were rubbish, and lockdown 4, when it comes, is going to be.
I said
rubbish.
to someone yesterday, and I mistakenly said it, but it's sort of that there was a certain romance about it with hindsight.
Yeah.
That maybe like one day they'll make films about it, and it'll be sort of, oh yeah, there were stars over London, and there was no traffic, and you went out and there were no people, and it was just really, really strange. And then, whereas the year that followed that, it's just been like a massive pain in the arse for everyone. It's just been awful, hasn't it? No one's no. Whereas the first year, aside from all the death and everything, there was a certain kind of Second World War-ness about it.
Yeah. There was a moment in the first bout of sort of pan banging on the front doorsteps where you would hear it echoing through the streets and you thought, there they are, there's the others.
Yeah. And you could, and oh, there's a man in the street playing a trumpet, and it's not annoying. But then everyone started taking sides, and they sort of after a year thought, well, we need to take sides on this.
Oh, that whole thing of, and we did have a lot of it when we were on the radio, of people saying, well, this could be the thing that brings us back together after Brexit, and it really will be. We went out even further. I'm reading the lyrics to Men for the win. Yes, man.
It's a good song, that.
I haven't listened to this, and I'm so excited about listening to it. Men, the plural of an adult male person, toxic and emotionally impaired. Men, shop soiled and broken, coping, not coping, fragile and lonely and scared. Brother, yes. A song about me, apart from the bits about putting microchips in pigs.
And which was the song about the friend that's going out with the dickhead? There was another one there.
Was that the one you said was about? No, I don't want to.
No, Shayna is dating a drunk woman hating Neanderthal man. That kind of sums it up.
We spoke recently about how quickly do you do albums these days?
Well, I've done 2 in 12 months, which is unusual because I hadn't done one for 13 years or 7 years before. But
now that dam is open and the stuff's just pouring out.
But the trouble is, there's a problem at the moment with, I don't know if you heard about that, it's quite boring, vinyl, a shortage of vinyl, or the time it takes to press vinyl. There's like it now if you want to make an album and have it on vinyl, you have to sort of book it a year in advance.
I did know this. A couple of years ago, I was doing a tiny little record label, and you had to book it. And there were different plants. Yeah. There's only a few plants around the world, and you had like one in Norway, I think. You've got to book it in advance. But then I heard there was a huge backlog because of COVID, because everything just shut down, and there's there's these bands waiting to release records, and of course,
also because of the apparently anyway, the major labels have been releasing. They've realised that people are buying vinyl, so they're re-releasing all the Fleetwood Mac albums and that kind of stuff. This old stuff that probably sells better than a new album. But that stuff gets pushed to the front of the queue.
Yeah.
So
everyone needs Kiln House by Fleetwood Mac on vinyl. The crap early 70s stuff when they were directionless. We know records, we know books. I see on your website you've got concerts coming up.
Concerts.
I think is it November that they're coming up?
November, yeah. I think three of them were supposed to have happened early last year. So or in the year before, I don't know. So I'm looking forward to that. With the band. So going to get together with the band for the first, because we've recorded 2 albums together, but we've never played.
Wow.
The songs in the same room, so we're going to do that next week to see. It may be awful. That'd be back to the.
Who's the person that gets to say it's awful? Because if you're there, like vibing, as my boys keep vibing is my new word. Apparently, it's the thing. And then like someone goes, Jim, I hate to tell you this, man, we've lost it. We have lost it. Are you looking forward to the live shows?
I am. Yeah, I'm sort of. Because I went to a wedding the other day, so that's the first time I've been in a crowd that wasn't a supermarket. Because I did wonder what that would be like. I was thinking of issuing one of those. Who was it who did the American rapper who sort of said that she wouldn't everyone to stay 20 feet away from her at all times. I felt like sort of maybe I should, just say that so I don't have to do any selfies.
We went to a gig a few weeks ago to see our friend Liam Bailey at the Jazz Cafe. I'd never been. I didn't realise how small it was. Yeah. And it was great seeing live drums. Live drums for me was the thing that I went, oh God, this is it. But I felt very nervous. And I was at Chessington, and if there was like a crowd or in a shop, I had a mask on. But even by the end, I was forgetting to put the mask on. And
this is the thing, right? Everyone goes out there being super cautious to start with, and then by the end, everyone's loosey-goosey with the rules, aren't they?
I think it's a lot of people. If you tell people to do something, most people will do it. I mean, I don't know. Someone with authority has to tell them. So I noticed in Cafe Nero. I was in Cafe Nero, and everyone was wearing masks. And then they put a sign up, and I've got quite a bit. And everyone was wearing masks. They put a sign up saying, "You no longer need to wear a mask, but you can if you want." No one was wearing a mask because there was a Cafe Nero sign saying you don't have to wear a mask. So I thought, well, we won't wear a mask.
It's strange. We're an experiment. This is an experiment to see what happens in terms of vaccine and in terms of variants and all of that stuff. And, you know, I've been very cautious, and I found my caution slipping over the last week, you know. So if I'm dropping my guard, we're fucked.
You're the canary in the coal mine,
That is it, man. It is over. So gigs, and I'm going to post the link again. If you want to get the record, if you want to see the videos, you want to get any of the other records, you want concerts. Although I see loads of them are sold out actually.
Yeah, I think about half sold out. Yeah.
The link is there if you want to go and have a look. It's funny you're saying 2 records in 12 months. I've been really devouring like Beatles stuff recently. I'm really going through a really big Beatles jag and the Beach Boys, and those guys were releasing like 4 albums a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but it took them years to realise that it wasn't going to end tomorrow. You know, for the first couple of years of it, they were waiting to be told, "Move along, kids, it's someone else's turn."
The Beatles are about 3 albums a year, but the Beach Boys were doing 4, sometimes more albums a year. As soon as one came out, get in there, Wilson. Give me some more surfing hits, for God's sake.
How much more can we say about bloody surfing?
They've slowed down now, though, haven't they?
They've slowed down a bit. They've not had a record for 10 years, so yeah, they've slowed. Although Mike Love keeps
the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles are taking ages.
bloody Beatles. You seen that Paul McCartney video?
Which one?
The one where it's like young McCartney dancing through a hotel.
No.
Oh man, it's you know, it's not the greatest McCartney song, and it's a remix by Beck, but it's the most psychedelic thing he's ever done. It's like 65, 66 McCartney, walking through this hotel, and he's doing like body popping and stuff, and it's incredible. So I'm just thinking, you know, for the next one we get, you know, 25-year-old Jim Bob doing something. I don't know. I love you so much. I think you're so brilliant. I did a while ago. I tweeted you're fast becoming a national treasure, and I do think, you know, it breaks my heart that I'm not switching on the radio and hearing this. You know, how much support are you getting? Is Six Music supporting you?
No, not at all. Steve Lamacq played the first single once, and I think he did that because he's a friend. I don't think he's like allowed to do it, or do you know what I mean? Or he's But no, that's been quite frustrating because it's quite a sort of, I don't know. I feel like it's playable. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of, and I think the first single I don't know, it was particularly annoying because we were told they couldn't play it because it was about pandemic, which to me is just like sort of, well, what's the point? You know, it's too topical.
Well, I mean, but yet I'm sure I've heard some tracks from Van Morrison.
Well, they had around the same time I was told that they had an Eric Clapton night on, and about 2 weeks before they'd had a Van Morrison night. So it's like, come on.
It really is. It is splitting the wheat from the chaff in terms of. Okay, he's a dick. I thought he was a dick, but now I'm proved right. Van Morrison I'm referring to. There, it's a shame, man, and I hope I don't ask you that I hope it doesn't, you know, make you feel bad or anything. I find it really frustrating. To me, this is a pop hit. This is pop.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, I thought the same with the video. I thought the video would have sort of taken off somehow, but it needs to be picked up. It needs to be seen by Davina McCall or someone, doesn't it? To go, oh, that's nice, and then tells.
I don't understand how it works anymore. Being good is not enough.
No.
You know, you need to be either fiercely controversial, extremely right wing. I mean, if you came out and did let's all, you know, attack the lifeboat people, then
it's already been done. That one is by Mr. Nigel Farage.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
Stuff.
I can. He's an idiot.
Let's attack the lifeboat people.
I know.
He should be very careful. The amount of time he spends bobbing about on boats looking for trouble.
Oh dear.
Might find it.
If only.
you know, and I'm saying this because I genuinely think that you are brilliant, and I absolutely love you. And this song to me is a pop hit, and it breaks my heart that being good isn't enough these days. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the formula is, but we ain't got it. If there's anything that we can do to help, then please let us know.
Well, you already are. You're already doing more than the BBC.
Bless you, man. What we'll do is we'll cut this interview and we'll put it up on YouTube, and we'll keep tweeting the single, and when the album comes out, give us a little nudge, and we'll do links for the album and stuff. And this is it. Jim Bob, Who Do We Hate Today? No question mark. I didn't do the inflection. This comes out soon, the end of August, couple of weeks, and I'm going to listen to it the weekend. I will give you my honest review on Monday. If it's a crock of shit, I'm going to say.
I thought it was
great.
You captured the zeitgeist. It did feel like live Twitter a lot of the time, and you know, in the nicest possible way.
Best of luck, man. Lots of love to Mrs. Jim Bob, and you're welcome anytime you want to come on.
Thank you very much. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Okay,
I love those gold records. I want some of them gold records. Thank you.
Well, so does he now.
Sponsor it for him. Breaks my heart, man. That song is brilliant, right?
Yeah, but some faces fit and some don't.
And also,
we've established, haven't we?
You would also think as well, you know, I can never quite remember when Carter worked, late 80s, early 90s. There'd be but we can cash in on that nostalgia kind of vibe.
Surely the guys that followed Carter now are the ones making the decisions, right? That class grew up. What happened?
It breaks my heart. I need to change Nightbot, because Nightbot is still going on about Pattython, and it isn't. Pattython is done. I think where is it? I can never... Timers. Excuse me.
There's Patty.
Where? There we go. Delete. And I think there was another... I think I might have had another one. Timer, YouTube, subscribe, sponsors, Scott, posters, podcast, PayPal, Patreon, PR Box, love. Catherine R, Ian Cammy, here's the thing, help. Nope, that was it. I think that comment is gone. Someone said they've sent us something. Okay, thank you very much. We'll have a little look at that. Thank you, Luke. And let's do. We're back into the show.
If you want to give us a ring, you can.
Kate says, "How is dear Patty?" She's great. I'm getting her tomorrow. She will be in the back of all of our shows for the next few weeks. She is with All Done Pets, who are great cat rescuers and fosterers and do all this. They got 12 cats. And I went there and I loved it. And she's been staying with them all week. And every day I've been getting little updates, little videos. Hello, Mucks. I've met her before. I saw Muck's mum, Astrid. I saw your mum. Hello, darling. The cats have missed me. The cats are all quite cuddly, except for Big Boy. I won't see Big Boy now for a couple of days. We had some subs. McPaul, Wedge Posse, Caitifer, Linny, thank you for the cheer. Uroborough's Messiah, thank you for the sub. Molington, DJT Boy, Anonymous Tim, Run Jim, thank you for the tip. Anonymous Tim, we got your email. I don't know if you heard us talking about it earlier. We got your email. Yes. Here's the thing. Anonymous Tim made a movie that was on Amazon Prime, and then Amazon Prime took it down because they're trash, and we were going to have a watch-along of it. There is still a way to have a watch-along. It's going to happen.
And Tim is up for it, and so are we.
So it's happening. Brown Eyes Dolly, why don't you play Bob's song on your new radio show? I can't. I've got no say on the music. I just record the links, and the music is, so I can't. I would love to, and I'm aware that sounds like kind of an excuse, but that's the way it is. Welcome to the show. Free show tonight. Mm-hmm. Okay, now if you want to, we might do one more free show next week. We're behind a Patreon paywall, right? I need to get the Patreon details in that glitchy logo, so I'm going to do that.
Oh.
Hello? What?
It's gone up again.
What's gone up?
The Patreon count.
Thank you. We're up to 600. We lost 50 Patreons. And I would like... And by the way, there is no judgment, right? We see the names, and that is so cool. That is so cool. So please don't think that we're going, oh, my God.
No, we get it.
God, He's unsubscribed.
No.
What piece of trash.
We get it. Times are tough. You may not be able to afford it this month, and you could last month. It's all groovy. We appreciate your help.
Tonight's show, and maybe we show on Monday morning. We need to sort out the schedule. It's tricky again next week, summer holidays, but will be free. Okay, and this is so that those who have never signed up to the Patreon get an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we get when people leave Patreon, they can leave like a comment, right? And most of them have said finances have changed. Totally cool. Some of you have shared some really intimate stuff about mental health and stuff like that. Totally cool. Don't have to go into that much detail. Don't have to go into any detail. But I've picked some of my favourites as to. Super Saint says, "Who deleted my message and timed me out?" I did. I timed you out because you said big up Morrissey.
Yeah, and that was we were talking about Morrissey as a political animal, so it wasn't obvious that what you were saying was about music.
Yeah. Love you, Pete. So these are some of my favourite comments as to why. I love Ian Lee. And why they've stopped Patreon. I love Ian Lee and hope beyond hope that he gets a radio show soon. I haven't got the time or inclination to listen to these chaotic shows. I wish him all the best.
Chaotic.
Considering the past few Twitch shows have been cancelled at short notice with no reason, I don't see why £8 a month is value to money for me if there are no shows. I don't think we did cancel
any. You cancelled one because Patty had an accident and broke her leg.
Cancelled one.
And we did give reasons.
Not really a fan of this broadcaster anymore. That's fair enough.
Fine, yeah.
Lost £3,500 on Royal Ascot. Need to make savings. You are indispensable.
No, you are dispensable, which I don't think was necessary to say.
That's the opposite of what I just said.
Yeah.
You are dispensable. But listen, it's cool. Why does it seem like you're begging for peeps to pay to watch you? You're not on the same page anymore. What does that mean, Stuggy? Stuggy, give us a call. 0203 286 6370. And we get it, right? People change, it's cool. And if any of our mods who we have particularly close relationship with suddenly find that they can't or don't want to, that my fear is that the mods will think that they have to.
Well, they feel obliged. Got to. No, you don't.
You haven't got to. However, we lost 50 subs, and that affects our ego, which is, and we are both surprisingly insecure people.
But it also makes us wonder whether what we're giving you is good enough, whether we're doing enough, whether we should be doing more, all that stuff.
It also affects us financially, right?
Yeah.
Things. Patreon, I'm talking about, Sons. So we have done a little survey asking, because at the moment it's like 45 minutes free, 2 and a bit hours behind the paywall. Hey, so Cheeky Rascal, please don't feel bad. And by the way, if you unsub, you're still welcome to come and see the free stuff.
Of course.
You're still welcome to come and see the free stuff. The show is the thing. But we are, being practical. It hurts our egos. That's okay. We can put that to one side. I can't see Stu Fighter anymore. What is Stu Fighter saying? Have I muted him? What? Oh, worked out so well for me the last time. Who is Stu Fighter? Who is Stu Fighter? Who is Stu Fighter? Is that the guy with the beard?
Is that the person who?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Stu Fighter got a message deleted. Get out of town. What was I saying? So it affects us, our egos. That's cool. It affects us financially. That's not so cool. But it does make us question. What can we do? Stu Fighter. Oh, listen. Phone up. Or don't come in our chat and kicking shit off. Are you the guy on Twitter as well? Was it you on Twitter who I blocked? Ready to go if you are. I'm ready to go, Stu. I'm ready to go. Do you know why I'm ready to go?
It's the pleasure I get out of life.
I don't know if you heard that, so I'm going to play it again.
It's the pleasure I get out of life.
You didn't hear it. I'm going to try it one more time.
It's the pleasure I get out of life.
You didn't hear it. But it's this.
It's the pleasure I get out of life.
Bring it on, Stu. Phone us up right now.
And Stuggy,
been there and tried that, but the host rules and don't like opinions other than their own. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. There you go, Stuggy. Fuck off. Next. Come on, Stu. Next.
Here's the thing. You might be used to going into other people's chats on Twitch and throwing your weight about. We don't tolerate that here, regardless of what's gone on, because you contaminate the chat for everyone else. We're just here having a cool time, and we can disagree, but let's have a conversation about it rather than getting personal or rude.
In Sparks News, documentary Blu-ray will have complete 2028 London gigs and oodles of extra footage. That hasn't happened yet. Paul Chewbacca, thank you very much for your sub. Stu is following the channel. So, Stu, I suggest you come on and clear the air. Because your tweet made no sense whatsoever. The tweet was, I can read it to you. I'm an ex-Twitch subscriber. You humiliated me live on air for daring to say that mental health patients aren't properly looked after in my area. Thanks again for that. See if this is him. Hello?
Hi, it's me, Stu.
Right, hang on a second, because I need to route you through here. Something's wrong with the audio. Why is it coming out of there? Audio, microphone, USB, speaker. Stu, I need you to call back in 5 minutes, because something's wrong with the audio here.
Okay.
Thank you. Why is that doing that?
These are not technical difficulties. It's just stuff that happens.
Let me close Skype and try again, because that should not have been coming out of there. That isn't wired. That isn't wired to come out of there. If I type a number, it's coming out of there.
That's weird, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, dear God.
Is it Jim Bob's fault?
Yes.
Okay, let's take back all the nice things we said about Jim Bob.
Absolute piece. That's coming out of there. Right, hang on a minute. If I get rid of this, there we go, fixed it. Call in, Stu.
We got it.
Call in, Stu.
We got it.
Got it. We fixed it. We have fixed it. I fixed it.
Yeah, don't say we. I had no part to play there.
There we go.
Just patience and time.
Stu.
Here I am.
I'm an ex-Twitch subscriber. You humiliated me live on air for daring to say that mental health patients aren't properly looked after in my area. Thanks again for that. Right. How could I humiliate you by suggesting that mental health patients... Are you a counsellor?
No.
Are you an MP?
No.
So how could me suggesting that mental health patients in your area aren't properly looked after, how could that be humiliating for you?
Wasn't necessarily that. It was the bit where
hang on a minute.
Ian,
that's what you specifically said.
Listen.
No. It's my show, our show. Don't work like that. That's what you specifically said. So address what you specifically said.
You're trying to me and not listen to what I'm saying.
You address.
You're trying
answer
to
the question.
Me and not listen to what I'm saying.
Answer the question. Are
you going to let me without you interrupting?
Are you going to answer the question, or are you going to go off and say that's not necessarily what I meant?
Ask it again.
Right. You tweeted, you humiliated me live on air for daring to say that mental health patients aren't properly looked after in my area. Why would that be humiliating for you?
Because I wrote it in the chat, you shot it down, I rang up to try and explain myself, and then you shot me down.
Answer the question. Why would the lack of mental health care in your area be humiliating to you?
It wasn't the lack of mental health in my area.
That's what the tweet says. That's what the tweet says.
You humiliated me for daring to say it on your Twitch stream.
That's what the tweet says.
Ah, fine.
Tweet?
Well, this is how it's going to go, isn't it, Ian? This is what happens every time somebody disagrees with you, calls up.
We've not disagreed. The tweet says...
twist people's words, mate.
I literally don't. I'm literally quoting your words.
I'd love to see if you'd have the guts to meet me and say this to my face, pal. I really would.
Why? Would you hit me?
No, I'd just like to see if you'd like to have the guts to say it to my face.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Computer screen and the radio.
I don't want to meet you. You sound like a thoroughly obnoxious person.
Good. I'm glad I do. You sound even worse.
Thank you.
That's all right, mate.
Should we go again? Should we go again?
Ain't my career that's gone down the shitter because I'm too much of a loser to sort my life out.
What career do you have? Last I heard, you were struggling to survive.
No.
Okay. So so you're now saying that the tweet you sent me is factually incorrect?
The tweet I sent you said I rang up.
I've got the tweet in front of me. I can read it. It doesn't say what you're saying.
Well, that's obviously a typo on my part, isn't it? So you're.
Well, then then your accusation of me twisting words is incorrect. I'm presenting the words back to you.
Ian, can you just let a person finish for once, yeah? Can you just let me say what I want to say? Hello?
Okay, I'm waiting for you to say what you want to say.
Right, okay. Just before Christmas last year, I wrote in the Twitch stream, replying to somebody else, that mental health patients aren't treated very well where I live. Yeah? You told me, you read it out, beardy stew, that's a load of crap. So I phoned in, I tried to explain what I said, and you were obviously in a funny mood and you just shot me down. When basically what I was trying to say was that the doctors where I live give out antidepressant medication too easily and don't do enough follow-up.
You were antidepressants.
No, I wasn't antidepressants. I was on antidepressants when I made the call. What I was trying to say was,
I'm sorry.
That they give it out to...
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Sorry for what?
I'm apologising.
What for?
For all of the things that you're upset about. I'm saying sorry.
Oh, well, fair enough. Wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry too.
Okay. I do think we did discuss that this channel probably isn't for you, and it's interesting that you've come. It's interesting that you've come back.
It's the first time I've been on it for like 8 months. Basically, what happened was I was on Twitter earlier, and I'm not following you, but for some reason it just threw your name up as somebody I might like to follow, and it said that it was that thing about I don't know. But I haven't actually watched your stream since like November or December last year.
I don't care. I don't care. So saying it like it's no. So I don't. Why would I care? Saying it like it's a knife to my heart is meaningless. I don't care. But it's interesting that you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Okay.
Right. Is that it?
Again, I suggest that this stream probably isn't for you.
No, it's not for me. I haven't watched it in ages, and I'm not going to watch it again. All right.
Okay.
But I've just wanted to confront you about that for a while, Ian.
I would say, well, okay, you've done that, and maybe you feel better, maybe you don't.
Not really, no.
Okay, well, that's your issue. I would suggest that the implied threat of violence is not a great look.
There was no implied threat of violence, Ian. I was just saying that I think
it was implied.
That wasn't.
It was implied. And I just think that and I'm cool with it because I don't want to meet you. Don't want to meet anyone. But just be careful with issuing threats like that, because one day someone might take you up on it, or someone might report you. So just be careful, man. Don't do stuff like that. That's crazy. Just take a breath before you say something like that and count to 5.
Ian, I wasn't threatening violence. I was just saying I'd like to meet you and see if you'd be brave enough to say this to my face.
Why would you need to be brave?
Why would I need to be brave? Why would I need to be brave to meet you if it wasn't because there was an
implied? Like you're very big behind Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook or whatever.
Let me finish. Why would I need to be brave to say it to your face if there wasn't an implied threat of violence?
Well, no, you're just putting the onus on me. Like I'd react badly if I didn't like something you said.
I bet you wouldn't be brave enough to say it to my face. Well, I'd be brave enough to say anything to anybody's face unless there was an implied threat of violence. So it's aggressive.
It wasn't necessarily meant that way, but I can't help the way you took it.
You can, actually. You can, by your tone and by your language. I would just suggest that the next time you want to say something like that, just count to 5 in your head before you say it and consider the implications.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
There we go. How are you feeling now?
Not much better, but thanks anyway.
Okay. What's going on in your life?
What's going on in my nothing exciting, really.
Sometimes the boring stuff is the important stuff.
Well, I guess life's pretty good. Since I last saw you, I've bought a house. Since last spoke to you, I've bought my house. I've started a new job Monday. I'm pretty excited about that.
Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah, hopefully that New York trip that got cancelled, that should hopefully be happening at Christmas, so that'll be nice.
I remember the New York trip. Did you lose money on that, or did it just get pushed along?
Just got pushed along. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a refund on it, so we've rebooked it for Christmas. And I'm now sort of like scouring the internet, just praying for Joe Biden to lift the travel restrictions from the UK. Please.
Are we on the American red list?
I don't know. Well, we changed the list. We changed the list our side for them, didn't we? But they've been a bit slow to. Well, yeah, we did. They can all come in now if they're double vaccinated. But Biden said that he's not doing it for us. But it came out today that Biden said that he's going to let double vaccinated people in pretty soon. So it's just fingers crossed now.
You double jabbed?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, me and the wife are both double jabbed. Kids aren't. They've not introduced it for people my kids' age yet. So fingers crossed. Yeah, you know. I was sorry to hear about your cat, by the way, man. I did see that.
That's all right. You know, she's on the mend, and I'm really I'm getting her back tomorrow morning, and I'm really excited. And yeah, my career has gone down the shitter. There's no denying it. You know, and that as an insult, that does hit. That hits the target. That hits the target.
Listen, mate. I shouldn't have said that. That was bang out of order. I should have stuck to what I was calling about. That was a cheap shot on my part. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm just doing a shitty little minimum wage job on Monday. You know, you're the guy with the Twitch stream, so I can't really knock you, can I?
Well, you can, because it's a Twitch stream that had 5,000 people, and it's now down to 339, and we lost 50 Patreons, and we're earning, you know, not a lot, possibly a little bit more than you a week, but I would suggest not much more, you know. So that one hit, but I accept your apology. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, well, that was a cheap shot on my part. I'm a grown man and I should have known better. And even though you've been kind enough to accept my apology, I will still feel bad about it.
Let it go. I'm done with it. You know, you've accepted my apology. If you were here, you know, and it was safe, and it was, you know, both. Every time I hug someone now, it's like, are you hugging? That's the question. Are you hugging? There'd be hugs.
Oh, don't tell me about that. The other week, my next door neighbour's dog died. So I went to give him a hug to say, oh, sorry to hear about that, mate. And he went, oh, I don't do hugs. I felt like such a dickhead.
Now, was he not doing hugs because of COVID, or is he just a no-hugger before?
It was just a no-hugger before.
Oh, I've done that. I worked with a guy who was kind of like a father figure to me. He wasn't much older. And I saw him again after not seeing him for years. And I went in for the hug. And as I'm hugging him, I thought, there's nothing coming back. This guy ain't no hugger. He ain't no hugger. And it was awkward.
Did you want the ground wipe it up and swallow you?
Yes, man. And I'm in the hug thinking, this is
a one-way hug.
Patted him on the back, said, okay, nice to see you. But, you know, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's bad now because every time I leave the house, I have to look out the door, make sure he ain't there.
Good luck with the new job, man, and fingers crossed for new. Where are we now? August. Okay, so good luck with New York. The world could change. The world is changing like every couple of weeks, so who knows where we're going to be later in the year.
Yeah, man. I just it's just now's not a good time to think of the end of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, is it? You know what I mean?
I'm assuming you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about Rise of the Planet. I go back to. I couldn't watch those new Planet of the Apes movies. I've tried the first one twice, and it's just not. It doesn't take for me. I'm a Charlton Heston kind of guy.
Yeah, you know the one thing that really bugs me about that film.
Yes.
Right.
The monkeys.
You know he comes back to Earth, right? And he doesn't know it's Earth at first. He just thinks it's a different planet and it's run by apes.
Yeah.
Doesn't he at once think to ask, why are all these apes speaking English?
Yeah, there is that kind of thing. Oh, remind me.
But then again, that's not the most unbelievable part of the story, is it? Who's cutting their hair?
Gene Simmons, by the looks of it.
Not the most unbelievable part of the story.
Go safe. Listen, go well, my friend.
Yeah, you too, bud.
I'm going to say something that's going to offend you again at some. Not now. I'm not building up to fuck off. But I will say stuff that you don't like, and you know, it isn't aimed at you, and just count to 5, man. And I need to do it as well.
I'm going to tell you something, bruv. Yeah, it's not a dig against you. It's more of a dig against me. I don't mean this in a nasty way, but I'm not going to be watching your Twitch stream. It's not for me. Since I stopped, I'm not having a dig, but since I stopped watching Twitch, the stream, I've sort of discovered I like books, and I do an evening class now.
Hey, what are you studying? If you don't mind me asking. Don't have to say if you don't want.
No, it's all right. It's just, it's just a bit awkward with what I said earlier.
Don't worry, then. Don't tell us.
Krav Maga.
Hey, flipping heck! That's like he could have kicked the shit out of me.
No, I couldn't. I'm not very good at it. Don't worry.
Okay, good. All right, kick the shit out of you then.
You're about 7 foot tall as well.
As you know, Stu, I'm a tough guy. I'm a big. Shut up, Catherine. I did like the way he said, "Look, I don't. This isn't aimed at you." I thought he was going to say, "This is aimed at Catherine." Stu, don't watch. Good. Go read. Go and study. Go and improve your body and your mind. Go and do all of that stuff. This isn't important.
Thanks, buddy. And sorry to anyone who watched. I don't know really what's quite happened here, but there you go.
I've done some mental Krav Maga on you.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
Now I've got to go explain to my wife what all the shouting was about. All right, mate.
Go well. Bye-bye.
You too, buddy. Bye.
Take care.
Well, that de-escalated quickly.
And we got some people who have kind of been here for a while, but haven't been here for that long. Just trust us. Just trust us.
Yeah.
Just trust us. This, you know us well enough to know this isn't going to be
At least not for the whole conversation.
No, this will be something else.
Who
is this?
You know this is.
Oh, hey.
Hey guys, everybody! Look who it is! It's what's his guy? The Vic Sinex guy.
Yeah.
Olbus. Mr. Olbus! This one isn't going to end so well, guys. This one isn't going to end so well. Yeah, what about it?
Wait, suck each other off.
Were you hoping for that?
You're so unfunny, I'm gonna mute you. I've seen your crappy YouTube channel. This is the guy, right, who 6 years ago, they can't hear you, man, so you carry on. 6 years ago, I said that, what film was it? I don't remember what film it was. Crossbow. What was it called? The Kingsman. I said it was lowbrow. And this guy, 6 years later, is upset. You're doing the cock in the wrong side of the mouth. You've got to do it in the opposite side to the thing.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Well done. We've all learned something tonight.
So this guy is upset that 6 years ago, I said that the Kingsman was lowbrow, and he posted on my YouTube channel the other day. He phones up. He's obsessed, man. The Kingsman is lowbrow. Why does that affect you so? I'm not interested. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. Let's get out of the way so you can watch this guy. Let's have a look at this guy. Here we go. Here's the Kingsman guy.
Still muted or not? Still muted? Am I muted? I've got sound. Have I got sound? You can hear me. I can say whatever I want. Engage, Ian, or are you just going to be a pathetic loser like you are? Come on. We'll just sit here. Like this. Hey guys, it's me, Ian Lee. That last caller, he was so fake. I don't know why you
You keep sniffing, boy. We all know what's going on there, buddy.
lay off the coke, Ian.
Okay, you keep sniffing, fella. I'll lay off the coke. I have done for quite a while. You keep sniffing. Away you go, buddy. Go.
Hey, Catherine, why don't you let go of the dead wood? Why are you carrying on, hanging on to that loser? Catherine, Boyle. Let go of him, Catherine. He's a loser. Unsubscribe to you because you're just the fakest ass loser I've ever. You're just scared. I know. I get it, Ian. I get it. You're scared. It's understandable. I know. It's tough times. Last year, with COVID and all that, you're a bit scared, Ian. So you go on the streets and you start shouting at people for content. And you call me lowbrow. You call me lowbrow. And you're the one arranging fake content. No? Fake content. Goes on the street, shouts at people. Gets fake callers in. He's scared. Ian, you're scared. I get it. It's okay to be scared.
Okay, so he can't hear us, right? And our mic is turned off because we're enjoying watching this bellend. He got upset because 6 years ago we said that the Kingsman film was lowbrow. And he just will not. By the way, his YouTube channel is him doing pull-ups while a child screams. Anyway, let's go back to this guy. Tell you what, let's carry on with the show. So,
well,
he can't hear us, right? So just carry on. He was upset because I said the Kingsman was lowbrow.
I don't think he was that upset about it. He's only mentioned it about 5 times since he's come on tonight.
By the way, it's an enjoyable film. I like lowbrow.
What we were saying was it's not high art.
Yeah, I like lowbrow. Jesus, I like the Monkees, right?
Some people just really like Colin Firth.
Dave says, you ain't from the streets, Ian. You don't understand his hard lowbrow life.
I'd like an apology to Kingsman. Like an apology.
I didn't make Kingsman. I don't need to apologise for it.
You should apologise for calling me lowbrow.
I didn't call him lowbrow. I didn't call him lowbrow.
All I said was Kingsman was better than Blade Runner 2049. That was it.
Oh dear.
I wish this was a bit. It's a very good bit if it was a bit.
He's really hurt, look.
Dave says, Ian, Kath, you've been so busy for this guy talking about fake callers. We've missed my 9:05 slot for your scripted argument we set up earlier.
No, we haven't. Yes, how you do it.
What's he doing now?
Don't know.
It's like he's been trapped in ice for 6 years. But he posted on my YouTube about a month ago, lowbrow. So I went and saw his, and his YouTube is him doing this.
He's raising his brow.
Was he? He was homophobic at the beginning. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Don't tell him about Kingsman 2.
Don't tell him about the key that his mum's left under the plant pot.
It's getting dark very quickly there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's getting dark.
It got dark at the beginning of this.
Yeah,
call,
it was quite dark. It was quite dark. Well, this has turned into a real evening. We're doing
I
the whole.
appreciate you spying on my YouTube.
Okay. We're doing the whole show. Free, no paywall tonight and no paywall on Monday morning. Sign up to Patreon. That's the only way you can normally get to see this.
Lowbrow.
Yeah.
Attack someone's content. Especially when
which is what you've just done.
Literally just done it to me.
He's doing it again.
Ass.
I need some subscribers. I need money. I need money. Send me money. I want money. Please.
Why is he doing that voice?
Join my Patreon. I'm Ian Lee from I'm a Celebrity.
I am actually.
Join my Patreon.
Patreon. Is he finished? It's like
Get
him
a
returning.
normal job, you lazy fucker.
It's like him returning from Vietnam.
Boyle, what the fuck are you doing?
There we go. Nuka, thank you for the
sitting next to
Danny,
that
thank you for the sub.
I'm watching a dickhead in B&Q's garden department.
By the way,
next to you.
you know I said to Stu that the comment about the career hit, none of this is hitting whatsoever.
Jesus Christ. You must be as mental as he is.
There we go. We're mental.
Lowbrow Larry is a real piece of work. Imagine people wanting and needing money. So normally this would be behind the paywall. You wouldn't be seeing this. You wouldn't be seeing this if you're not a Patreon, 666 and above. So can we get the link for the Patreon in the chat?
We're not partnered with Twitch anymore.
He's been watching it a lot.
Because they take 50% of everything.
They take 50% when you're affiliate as well, so it's fine. Is he going to say anything?
Any more of our greatest hits coming out now?
I'm so poor now.
Look at the
I
self-soothing.
need your
that's going
money,
by that arm.
everyone.
Yeah.
Stroking himself.
Excuse me. Sorry, a bit of a sniffly nose there. Can we keep him as the show mascot, Mummy and Daddy, please? Okay, so this would be behind a paywall. So if you want to support us, you can do. 666 and above gets you access to the full shows, full audio podcasts, and loads more. You can watch the shows back. £20 and above, you get exclusive podcasts and private meets, and you get first dibs on the games. But tonight and Monday, we're going to do more. Now, one of the things we asked is, should we do more of the show free? So if it's cool with you guys, we're going to do an hour and a half of the show. We're going to try it. An hour and a half of the show, no paywall. An hour and a half.
It's a bit pathetic you can't engage with me and you had to do this weird thing that you're doing now.
This is weird, is it?
An hour and a half behind the paywall. We've done a little... Done a little survey on...
You're a bully, Ian.
Oh, okay, I'm a bully, yeah. We've done a little survey...
You're ringing us at work.
You like to be in control because you're a control freak.
Okay.
Ian.
Okay. I'm going to turn down for a little bit because I'm trying to talk here. So We just make sure he's turned down. So he's muted. So we've done a little survey, and most of you seem happy for us to do an hour and a half free and an hour and a half paywall. So we're going to give it a go because the numbers did drop, and we'd like to get more numbers. Hung up. He's hung up.
I think he'll ring again.
Oh no, he hung up. He hung up.
But anyway, the idea is that hopefully by keeping the door open for a bit longer, people.
Lowbrow voice.
It was highbrow actually. That people might discover us. That's the thought. That's the hope.
I actually thought it was the man who Ian is doing Lost with. That was not Michael Sava.
No,
that was not Michael.
Completely different energy.
Hello, Dave.
I can't hear you. That's working.
I might have muted. No, we're not muted. Can you hear us? And we should be able to hear you, Dave. If this was a scripted bit, this is a shit script.
Yeah.
Let's say goodbye to Dave.
But it is the script that we repeat most days.
Hello, Pete.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Why are you down a tube?
I can't hear you very well.
Dave turned up.
Say that again. Say that again. Can't hear you very well.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you can. It's a little bit, that digital. In the old days, it'll go crackly. On a phone, it'll go crackly. But now it's
glitchy.
But I think we can hear you.
Oh.
Ian Lee fan says, "Oh, at last, someone nice." What?
What? It's Pete.
Dave's gone. We did. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hey, Pete.
Hello. Yeah. Just going to talk about the Kings, man.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's a very low.
I think I've only seen the second one, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was lowbrow.
But the whole point of it was that it was a bit daft, right? They embraced that, I thought.
It's a brilliant. It's a brilliant film, and it's dumb, and that's why it's.
That's one where he goes into a church at the end and beats everyone up, right?
Well, the one I saw, he goes into a church and then he gets killed. There's like six. They're all like hypnotized to fight on a command, and there's like 70 people, and bloody the posh guy. What's his name? Not Jeremy Vine. Firth. Firth is going around shooting like 70 people. It's brilliant. It's a great fight. It's lowbrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one. The second one is sort of they meet their American counterparts.
Okay. The president's guys.
Yeah. I think Owen Wilson might be in it. I'm not sure.
Oh, I've got to watch it. I love Owen Wilson. I think he's so. Him and Luke Wilson. I want him and Luke Wilson just to make all the movies from now on.
No, there has to be some Keanu Reeves ones just for me.
Pete, how you doing, man? How can we help?
I saw that. Yeah, I'm just going to say I saw that. It's Jeff Bridges. Sorry, I got my.
Used to be in bed.
I'm all excited for nothing.
Thank you, Anonymous.
I was just going to say, I saw that incredibly thirsty thread between you and Amy this morning.
It was late night. I was listening to some late night love style throwbacks. It got a little bit juicy. I'm not going to apologise for that. I'm a woman. I've got needs.
You're a woman with needs.
Keanu Reeves.
Did you say needs or knees?
Both.
Okay, she's got knees.
Boasting.
Is there anyone that gets turned on by knees?
Yeah.
I tell you, weird bits of my body I like. I like the top of a back. I love the top of a back.
When you're saying top of back, do you mean nearly neck or above bum?
No, from shoulders down about halfway down the spine. I love that. I love ears. But knees, knees are just like, they're like squashed little faces trapped inside your leg.
Yeah, they are. I like bottom lips. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like that bit.
The neck has got the neck.
And I like nice hands. Nice hands, not ones that. What is that down your fingernails?
Dave says, "Do you like the lowest part of the brow?"
It's our favourite.
What odd bits of the body, Pete, do you enjoy? If any, maybe you don't. Maybe you dislike
Maybe
bodies.
you love a nostril or a septum.
I don't think I do. I'm just your bog standard,
bog
face and boobs, man.
Face and boobs.
The rest.
Bitter Toad says, big fan of going from is this lowbrow to our knees horny in the space of 30 seconds.
Void Dweller is into the perineum. Someone has to be.
Taint.
Taint
I mean, they do say that if you can name it, if you can think of it, someone is into it.
Yeah. Someone will love knees. I was speaking to a woman, Tesco's late night last week. She was behind the cash point, and she was the checkout, and she was talking to one of her colleagues, and they were chuckling in a naughty, and I'm going to say it, saucy way. So I thought, I'm getting in on this convo. Do you know what they were talking about? A friend of theirs who's been selling foot pictures for £20 a pop.
Oh, that's big. That's big.
Yeah.
Matty says in regards
that seems cheap to me. Yeah.
It does to me.
Face for Pete, face and boobs, but not in that order for Pete. Now, I don't get this George's woman.
It is in that order, Matty.
Okay. George's woman says, when my daughter was a baby, a friend's little boy asked her name. When we said Neve, he said, I know she's got a head too, but what's her name? I don't get that.
Knees. I know. She's got
but
a
it's
head
pronounced
too.
Neve.
Yeah.
That's a very specific space.
Neve. Does it work in an accent? Neve.
Could you stop doing that?
I don't get it.
No.
I don't get it, George's woman. I would time you out if I was a bastard. But I'm not.
So, okay. Kingsman, eh? Apparently it was on telly tonight. For those of you who likes a bit of lowbrow fun.
Why is he not watching it?
Because he's locked out.
It's honestly,
maybe that's why.
Yeah, sitting on the decking, rubbing his arms.
Yeah, it's
You're not watching the fucking Kingsman again.
Oh man, Pete, thank you for your support when we wobble.
Yeah, that's all right. I try, if I've got the strength to do it, then I always will. Thank
you, brother. It's appreciated. I know. It felt harder this week. For those who don't know, Pete is one of our mods. What's on the tapes, and we were both having a little wobble in the mods chat in Discord. It really is the place. One day I'm going to sell the transcript.
No, you're bloody not.
and Pete very gently kind of taking my elbow and just guiding me down to a nice bus stop seat to sit down and say, "You're right, sir."
He listens to you, Pete. He won't listen to me when he gets
Shut
into that.
up.
See?
Are you all right, sir? Is everything? Are you all right, sir? Would you like me to get you some water? He's like that, and it's brilliant, And I was being away and been even more powerless. I felt bad not doing a show at the start of the month, all of that. Being away, it was like, I can't do it, And so thank you, Pete.
I'm a poor man's rhythmic Paul, but I'm the best the mod chat has.
You're a slightly steady Pete, and that will do. That will do. Thank you, man. Anything else you want to say before I cut you off?
Oh.
We missed a call here. We've missed Tim, and we've missed Alistair, and we've missed Jimbo. And Jimbo's calling in. He's jumping the queue.
Persistence pays off.
Jimbo is jumping in. I like it. Hello, Jimbo.
Hello. I've called in for argument night.
No, you haven't.
I don't know whether you remember last year. I got up to 7 grievances. I was told not to call in with them until the 17th of September.
Oh, God, I do remember this.
You're joking.
Obviously, my time has come early. So, grievance number 1. When we did the first Tier 3 meeting and you recorded it, you started playing it as a trail into every show.
Yeah.
And it literally cut off every single time she started it at the same time before every show, as you uttered the words, Jimbo, have you got anything? And then the credits started.
Jim, you might want to move slightly to your...
No, keep it there.
Right.
Move to your left ever so slightly.
And put your nose up.
Yeah, because that finger's
If I move left, I'll be out the frame here.
No, the finger's going right up your hooter.
There we go. No, it's in your ear.
I was, showcasing.
Kath wants to dive into your plushies.
I do so badly.
Welcome to come join us and dive into the plushies.
I want to dive in them with you. I want to be on my own.
Not with me. I wasn't saying with me. My
Come
wife's
and join
downstairs.
us like
What
it's
are you
something
trying
you
to
do.
Right, she'd have her own list of grievances then. So the second one,
yes,
if we're going to carry on, was, and this has been repeated several times. Jimbo, seeing you've called, I'll call you back.
I was about to call you back. Dave
I'm not
was
about
first.
Tonight. I'm not about tonight.
Just he's talking about always.
All I can do is deal with tonight. The past is the past. Let it go. It's gone. Please relax.
I have had no opportunity to raise it because every time I tried to deal with it with you, you cut me off, which was grievance number 3.
Roger in the chat says, Jim, can you tell Jimbo he's a dick? I would like my VIP removed from his crappy channel.
Oh.
He's just got it back. Someone gave it him today, so I don't know those who don't know. But we've got 50 VIPs.
Here's grievance number 1 for me. Here we go. Go on.
You're on a 7,777,777 day cooldown because of Jenna, as is Catherine. You two are the sacred cows of the stream. You cannot lose your VIP.
Here we go. Hang on. Cigar. Vape.
Robot dong. Same thing.
It's just how you hold it.
Marnie did a really horrible song called "Sucking on the Devil's Dick" about smoking crack.
Wow.
Gosh.
It was a horrible song. Next, we finish
and she
at 11.
also did one about a dick-size stick of sage.
But she then
Why
changed.
did she not get played on the radio?
She changed it before release to a
stick size.
Fist
size.
Fist size. She changed. It was dick, and she changed it to fist because,
I love her. I was DMing Imani the other day.
Oh, I've not spoken to her for ages. Next year, if the wind changes direction a bit in terms of work, I want to take the boys back to New York to hang out with Imani.
New York City.
Well, I was pleased to hear that, if anything came from Stu's call, that Joe Biden is considering opening up the borders again, because we've moved our Disney holiday 4 times so far, and if we don't go in May, we've got to sell the points. So
I think you should support British
theme parks.
You should support British theme parks, and I think you should be going to Chesington Zoo, or as they call it nowadays, Chesington World of Adventures, and go on the Gruffalo ride. It really is great fun. Although David Turner's refused to go on the Gruffalo ride because it used to be Professor Bubble's Bubble Emporium, and he said since they changed it, he refuses to go to Chesington.
I went on the Vampire. That was very good, very good.
But Pete, you carry on supporting your American chums over there. That's absolutely fine.
Grievance number 8. You just call me Pete.
Okay. Goodbye. Right.
Aquado.
Now we missed a voice message. Hang on. Who is this?
Hi, my name's Danny. Hi, Ian and Catherine. Hope you're both doing well. Kingsman is lowbrow, and I hope you're both doing well. That's all I've got to say, really, unless there's a chat to you actually on the phone and not on a voicemail. Okay, I hope you have a good night if I don't try and call back. Bye.
Danny there.
Thank you, Danny.
Twisting the knife.
Any news on the MKFM show? I think it's happening. I recorded one that went out on Saturday. I had a lot of lovely feedback about it, and I've got to reply to Darren because I'm going to meet Darren, go for a coffee, and have a little look around, and then it's happening. I think it's happening. We're just working on the slot. It might be a nighttime slot.
Nice.
So, did you love your taxi adverts, says Katie? I did little local adverts. I enjoyed it.
He's excellent at adverts.
I enjoyed it. And the taxi advert was, I can't remember the name of the company, but it was like Terry's Taxis. If you need a lift somewhere, then give
Terry's
them
a
call. How it works is you phone them up, you tell them where you're going, they take you there and you give them some money.
You have to explain taxis.
Explain taxis to people.
Okay, well, some people don't know.
So it should be, I think it's going to be 4 or 5 nights a week, and I'm thrilled about it, and I'll let you guys know. Let's try again.
Right, can you hear me? I know you're doing the bit now.
Is he doing a thing?
You're doing the thing.
You're doing the thing.
I really hope you're doing the thing. There we go.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
New headset. It's working now, once I do the right settings.
It's Bluetooth. Never go Bluetooth.
Well, because when I was doing the cooking, with my wired one, it was only so long, and I kept like...
You were cooking with your what now?
Bluetooth?
Your wired one.
Your
wired one. Yeah. And I kept pulling the laptop off of the counter.
You would?
Yeah. So I've worked out what happened with the lowbrow guy.
Yes.
Go on.
So obviously he's locked himself out because he's been on a bender all day, drinking, of course, not insinuating anything else.
No, just drinking.
He's run out of credit on his phone. You're obviously his emergency contact number. It's the only number he can phone, but he can't bring himself to ask for help. So he's trying desperately to. Yeah.
It's tough. I'm looking forward. We are going to get at some point because he walks away from us and then he rediscovers us. And I knew when he posted on my YouTube channel, and all his comments are hidden now. I thought, oh, here we go. Something's coming. And so it doesn't surprise me he called in. So we're going to have a little rush of calls or emails or something. Or now the very fact that I've said that means we probably won't because he's going to try and prove he's so unpredictable.
No, but what I find really handy is he gave us a demonstration of Digital Spy live.
Yeah.
He went through all the hits.
Yeah.
He did the homophobic stuff. He did the Catherine, you could do better. He didn't go for Catherine, you're a fat cow yet, but it'll come.
It was weighing up to it.
Yeah. So, it's interesting.
You say unpredictable, but Kingsman was on tonight. So we just need to look through and see what day it's on. That'll be when he pays up.
Oh, that'll be it. He'll be having a little party on his own, drinking, of course. And Kingsman's on. Oh, I'm going to phone up that idiot that I hate. Because 6 years ago he said, I didn't call him lowbrow. I called the.
Is it actually very clever marketing? When's it on? Is it on at 10? If it's on at 10 o'clock tonight, we've now advertised the fact that it's on. Is marketing for all 4 or whatever channel it's on.
Colin Firth will get another phone call. He'll realise he's still got it. It's. I will avenge you, Colin.
I'm just going to tweet that we're on air. I feel I should tweet.
Do it.
On air. On air. Jeez, get over yourself, Lee.
Online.
Hello. You carry on talking while I type.
Yeah, anyway.
How was your week, Catherine?
It was all right. We enjoyed Chessington, although my youngest's refusal to go on anything, and not because of an affiliation with Professor Bubble and his Bubblorium or anything like that, just because I think sheer defiance. Here's my theory, my pop psychology theory. This is a kid who has finished at the school that she was really enjoying because she's going to a new school, right? Obviously things were fine at home, stable-ish, but very, very different, and she's got no control over where it's going. So she's taking control of what she can take control of. That's what I think it was about. And I think at certain points it was absolutely killing her not to go on anything. But it had become a thing and she had to double down. And that kid is nothing if not consistent and determined.
Yeah, so shooting herself in the foot a bit.
Yeah, I think so. She's had time to think about it since. And, fortunately I'm in a situation where me and her dad are still talking, and we both had a chat about it, and he's talked to her about it independently. And he said to me, yeah, I think things might be different next time around. So, we're still co-parenting. That's the important thing. It's not me blaming him for her altered state of theme park enjoyment or anything like that. It's we're working on it together, and when these things pop up, and they will, and they'll continue to do so, and I'm surprised it's not really sort of raised its head with my eldest yet, but stuff will happen.
So bubbles away.
But we can talk to each other about it and work it out together.
And that's the beauty of it, right? And because when my parents split up, we didn't talk about it, and it's a thing, but you don't talk about it. Or
the worst thing is, this is your dad's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my sister were weaponized, basically. I was 15, 16 when they split and it bubbling for a long time. Mm-hmm. We were both weaponized in that. It hasn't ended. I mean, look, we're adults now. We do what we have to, but some stuff's come up with like my mum and stepdad recently, and the way I've reacted, I realised that that's because I'm not quite. I've just put it to bed because I had to keep a relationship. But yeah, there's stuff that I haven't, and probably won't resolve over that.
Yeah. There's no getting around it, is it? You've got to get through it.
And I think one of my things my mum always said is, should have probably done that sooner, because it becomes more normal. We were 15, 16. We're gonna get involved. It's hindsight, but yeah.
Great description of the show from Badger Spark. It's the Russian roulette of TLNA free caller content. Will it be slightly cranky, good-hearted callers, or men who have ended up encased in an overwhelming cocoon of bitterness due to film 2013? Tell you, man, Amy, she blew our mind. She made these envelopes, and we open them every night. before as we were getting into bed, and it said, "This is your surprise tomorrow. You're feeding elephants. You're going to be zookeepers." The boys were zookeepers for 3.5 hours. That is a long time for 9 and 11-year-old boys. And I thought, well, this is going to be a thing. Loved. They were cleaning up pig shit.
Wow, okay.
They were literally in pig shit, cleaning up, and loved it.
I've got a little girl's bedroom that needs tidying up. Could you do me a couple of envelopes?
We were saying this is a great way for Amy to get some free labour for Chessington.
Yes,
it was incredible. And the first surprise was climbing up the steps up the side of Dragon's Fury, which is the highest roller coaster in Chessington. And when I saw that, we opened that one at breakfast, and I posted in the mods, Amy can get fucked. But I did it. The boys did it. The youngest went up for one at a time. Youngest went up first. All harnessed, all safe. Boys did it, and then my eldest did it. And they were both. They know I'm terrified of heights, and they both said, "It's up to you. Do it or don't do it. Whatever we think you're cool."
Yeah.
And I did it. And it was. I filmed loads of. Let's get this bloody thing going. Which no one else got apart from like 5 of you. And we did it. The coolest thing then, I don't know if I told you, the boys got to turn on the roller coaster. They got to fire it off. No people were there, don't worry. But they got to fire it off. And we did all of these. Amy created magic.
Yeah.
There was one more thing I was going to say then, and I've forgotten it. But she created... Oh, and the best one was this idiot rocking up at midday on Tuesday. She rocks up, and it was... You knew about it a month ago.
Yeah.
And some of the mods knew about it.
Did they?
Yes.
It was not discussed.
Did you know about it, David?
I did not. I believe Pete might have been the only one who did.
I know for a fact that Amy enjoyed planning and plotting that just as much as you enjoyed the execution thereof.
You mentioned the mod chat earlier. It was great being part of that. I was on my own holiday this week, and I kind of wished I was there, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a great time, and Chessington is great, right? And it's not one of the biggest theme parks, and I'm not a thrill kind of guy, but my boys loved it, and the boys kept pushing themselves. They did all of the scary rides.
Thanks to this guy.
Well,
turns out, right, my superpower is not scared of roller coasters or anything like that. But my kryptonite is anything where you've got to go down a dark corridor and people might jump out on you.
Hey, Yasser, nice to see you. And I did some that I don't like roller coasters. I did some. Then we went to Thorpe Park. Holy guacamole! We queued for. We had a couple of passes for Thorpe Park to jump queues, but we used them wisely. But we went on the one. It's got to be like the highest water ride in Britain, right? We queued for 90 minutes in the heat. No sun cream, no water. I'm a bad dad. And my youngest kept going, I don't want to do it. I'll do it. I don't want to do it. 90 minutes, right? And I was entertaining them. I was singing songs. I was playing Uno while we were moving. And we did it. And the great joy I got this week was seeing my youngest be scared. And then there was always a moment in the ride, he'd go, "This is sick!"
That means good, by the way,
old people. We did that ride, and we got so wet. And afterwards, he came out and said, "Shall we use the fast track passes again?" And we went on it immediately, and we got so wet. Your wave covers you for like about 6-7 seconds. You can't see anything apart from what.
So good.
I'm fine with roller coasters. Right. Stuff that spins, I can't do. And again, I remember this. I think this was post. It's all going back to this. I think this was post-divorce stuff, but it was just me, my sister, my dad on holiday. My dad wouldn't go on spinning stuff. Europe. My dad wouldn't go on spinning stuff because it made him sick. My sister was making everyone feel guilty. She couldn't do it. It's like, all right, I'll go on it with you. Rest of the day, I'm just laid on the floor by a tree because it's just everything's spinning. If I move, I throw up. That was my day completely. Being the doting big brother, but wiped out the rest of the day.
But we had such a great... The staff were amazing. There's a lovely guy. I think, was he called Morgan? I think, Amy. This lovely lad that worked there that I was chatting to quite a bit. And there was lots of, so I haven't been recognised in the street for a long time, right? And I was recognised there 18 times. We counted because the boys were keeping a tally. And the boy said, "Why do you think you're getting recognised here?" And I said, "Well, okay,
It's that guy that is always on the phone to Amy whenever she's trying to work.
Well, I said there's kind of, how can I put this? There's kind of a crossover between the kind of people that watch I'm a Celebrity and the kind of people that go to theme parks. And there's that. So I was 18 times.
There was a guy who walked past, right? I was a little bit further back. I'd gone to get something from one of the kiosks, right? He's walking ahead with the children and I was quite a way back. And I saw this guy walk towards him, right?
I saw him recognise me.
Right. This is Ian, right? So he walks towards him, does this. And then, right, so then Ian's like walking away from him. This guy was like,
I'm a big star. I'm a lowbrow star.
It was like the end of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was that.
So
but you blew his mind.
Tammy, is that the guy that you said you paid to recognise Ian?
That was in the other envelope.
It was magic. I owe Amy so much. I can never thank her enough. It was magic. You know, she helped out with I don't want to say too much, but she helped out with a little discount here and there and getting us, you know, backstage at quite a lot. We got to walk around, you know, the Tomb Blaster ride.
No, I didn't come on that, and it's a good job because it sounds like that was a lot of darkness and a lot of things jumping up.
And a lot of competitiveness with Mandy as well.
Mandy is shit at that.
I saw that, and I thought that was unprofessional of you to invite her to SUD.
We got to walk around it. With after it turned all the lights on and walk around. It was brilliant. I don't want to keep banging on about it. Other people's holidays are boring to other people. Shut up, Mandy. So I'm going to bang on about it. But Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
I was going to say, like, pre that, and I won't, you know, I've known Amy being involved in other stuff just out the kindness of her heart for other people.
She's a drugs runner. She imports drugs. When she's on holiday, Amy, would you mind bringing me some heroin back? Okay, she does it.
I know that she was instrumental in the great big bunch of flowers I got to my
That's
home
what I was referring to,
out of nowhere, right? And she does things like that all the time, and I don't think she realises the impact it has. It took my breath away that people would think of me like that, and I know that Amy was a big part of that. So, you know, she does these things all the time.
I think Amy was the part of that.
She was it.
Yeah.
She's adorable. She's adorable. She's such a good one.
So, Amy, we are doing Alton Towers. Is on the last day. We've invited Amy along to Alton Towers with us. It is the last day, but I think we're staying in that area that night. So we're doing it on the Tuesday, the 31st. Sorry, this is a private conversation now. But we're doing Alton Towers on... So we said Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, didn't we? And go back on the Wednesday, I think. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about.
Just tell me where Sunday, I've got to be and I'll go.
Monday. Yeah, so we're going to do it on Tuesday the 31st, and then we're going back the next day. You're welcome to kip on our sofa, you know, if you want. That's what's happening. We're going to go on holiday with Amy now, which is cool. Pete, I keep calling everyone Pete.
We're all
Pete. You're obsessed with Pete.
David, did we get to the point of your call?
I think it was to say hello.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh.
Right, we've got a lot of calls here. I want Alistair, then we've got Tim.
Make sure you phone them back, otherwise they'll be phoning us this time next year furious.
That Mr. Albus was on the line for 13 minutes and 32 seconds. I've got his number. We could call him back anytime we want.
No.
Anytime we want. I'll give you guys the number. You call him back whenever you want. Let's call Alistair, then we got Tim. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm enjoying this tonight. Yasmin, not Jasmine, says, I'm now known as Pete, not Jasmine. Hello, mate.
Watch out. There's something's going to land on your head.
Wile E. Coyote. Hello?
No.
Can you hear us?
Got any sound?
Hello, Pete. I was calling him Pete. Pete? So. Pete, can you hear us? Pete. You can kip on the sofa, Amy. Of course you can. It'll be an absolute pleasure to have you there. Pete. We no heary.
Just needs to find the right button. That's all it is. It's just a matter of finding the right button.
Oh, Lulu's selling hats tomorrow. Whereabouts are you selling hats? That'll be Milton Keynes somewhere, isn't it, Lulu? You mentioned it, and I can't mention it on the show because I'm not doing that show. But Lulu's selling hats. Good luck. Good luck. Hello, Alistair. Okay, goodbye, Alistair. This is a professional. Alistair. This is a professional show that we're doing here. Fenny Stratford near Bletchley. Well, good luck. Anonymous Tim. We both went for it.
Oh.
Hello. Do you have a film recommendation you could recommend for me? I'm looking for something lowbrow.
What was that thing?
I tell you what, I'll be disappointed if that whole clip isn't on YouTube.
Do you like Colin Firth? And do you like guns? And do you like smart suits?
Yeah.
Do you also like slightly tongue-in-cheek violence?
Oh, of course, yes.
And you've mentioned you're a fan of the lowbrow.
Yeah, only the lowbrow stuff, nothing else.
I would say Bridget Jones's Diary.
That's good, yeah. Or Bridget Jones's
Kingsford!
Baby. Hey! Where's your gecko?
I've got my braces on.
Are they back?
They're back now, yeah. But I was a bit disturbed because for the first time, I've had them since 2007. Got them back from my sisters after 2 weeks, and it bit me for the first time.
She's poisoned their minds.
No, I'm afraid your creatures are dead. And she's done the classic thing
Switcheroo.
of going to find something as identical as she possibly can.
Switcheroo of the geckos. No,
I once said that when I had someone, when I lived in London, I think, cat sitting for me. And I said, I had Velvet, I said, look, if she dies, she's so precious to me. If she dies, I'd really appreciate it if you could find an identical cat and not tell me. And again, it's one of those things where
Velvet did live a really long time, like an extraordinarily long time.
When you have to do a pause and there's silence, you have to go, that was a joke, by the way. That's gone down.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
That's a bad joke.
That's like the joke you did with the veterinary when you said, if you have to take Patty's legs off, could you please put wheels
Could
on?
I have wheels? Silence. That was a joke, by the way. Man.
People.
Do you want me to see if I can get one of them out for you?
Yes. Yes, get it out.
You won't even look at my snake when I get it. I've got my snake out today.
I like geckos. They've got legs. I don't like anything with no legs on.
I was feeding my boy's snake. That sounds wrong. And she was like, oh, it's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's got the manners of, well,
it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Beautiful. Swavey. Hey, a lot of people watching. Hey, if you're watching this right now, this would normally be behind the paywall.
Oh.
Sign up to patreon.com/Ian and Catherine. Let me do the business. We've got big numbers. Patreon.com/Ian, IAIN, and Catherine with a K, 666 and above. This would be behind the You wouldn't see these creatures.
This gecko would be
unless
secret.
you were a Patreon.
And what is this gentleman's name?
This is Tim.
This is Duke.
Jesus. I would call it Jesus.
That is a dinosaur.
Next pet I get is going to be called Jesus.
It is. I mean, you know, it's a baby dinosaur, basically.
It's not.
Watch him after you stick a cricket in there after he hasn't had one for a week. He goes mental.
I used to feed the science lab geckos, and I had they had fat tails. They were those ones. And then one day I went in and I said to the science teacher, the tail is wizened. I think that gecko is dehydrated. No, it's not. It's fine. This is the scientist.
Yeah.
Can't see it on the stream.
Gecko died, dehydrated.
There we go. Can you see that now on the stream?
It's a beauty.
It's a gecko, yeah. It's wicked.
Yeah. Oh, I can see it on the Skype.
Pull its tail off.
No, don't.
Pull its tail off, make it grow back again.
Survived with the tails for as long as they have. That's unusual. Apparently.
Pull its tail off and make it grow back again.
Sticking up your... No, I won't.
That's TOS, that.
Huh?
TOS.
They don't grow back again for geckos, no. They just turn into little stumps.
All right, make it turn green.
It's not a
Hold up a green thing behind it and make it turn green.
It turns colours, but it's not like a chameleon. It
well,
won't.
Then what is the point of it?
Says the man with the tiny snake.
How dare you? That is private.
Tiny.
I'm seeing someone about that. I've not had my appointment about my vasectomy yet.
Speaking of
tiny snakes. Tiny useless, dry snakes.
God. Are you looking forward to that?
What? I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward
to the freedom it will.
I'm looking forward to having no more children. It gets rid of the children historically, right? They just disappear like that.
I think it's too late. Oh, bye.
So, talk to us about this movie, and remind the viewer what this is.
Okay, I can do that. Basically, I made a film a few years ago, and we talked about it before, and we said we were going to do a little view along at some point, and so I wanted to have a chat with you about it off stream because I don't, I just want to see how we're going to do it. Really.
Well, first of all, we're definitely up for it.
Yes.
And I'm really, evening, Dan. I'm really annoyed that Amazon Prime have taken it down.
This literally 3 days after we talked about it. It went offline, and I was gutted because I know that Gatford said he was going to watch it because he'd recommended it on Prime. So I was like, oh, it's actually working. And you probably get the same thing for Twitch. You get all the statistics and the graphs and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
At the point that they took it off, the graph was doing that.
Oh.
So they cut it off because basically I used to have a film company, and that went because we didn't need it anymore. So I changed the payment details. So they told me I needed to change the payment details, so the film went offline. All right. Long story short, it took me 2 or 3 months to try and get it back online. And they've got this principle where they say if a film's not performing, then they take it off. And
Jesus, have you seen the crap that's on Amazon Prime?
Also, he just went to space for nothing.
What?
Bezos.
I'm the only person that watches those Bob Dylan documentaries.
But the reason it wasn't doing well was they took it off.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, I've had it.
I thought the thing with Prime, because I looked ages ago, I made a silly little 10, 12-minute film about Monkees fans, right? And I looked, and you could upload anything. It had to follow certain criteria. It had to have subtitles, I think.
Yeah.
It had to have a few things, but it was doable, and I just thought, I can't be bothered. But so I thought you could upload anything to Amazon Prime if you jumped through those hoops. Have they changed that now?
I don't know. No, it can't be anything. It has to have a certain production value.
I don't mean Bluey's.
But
Why were you thinking about Bluey's?
I love Bluey's. I love Bluey's.
I know you do.
I'm always thinking about every time I'm quiet during this show, I'm thinking about Bluey's. Even when I'm talking, I'm just thinking about Bluey's. Ones I've seen, ones I haven't seen, different search terms I can put in. Knees. I'm going to look at it tonight. I'm typing in knees.
We're all thinking about Bluey's now.
Are they lowbrow?
Lowbrow, highbrow, some as big as
your head. Sometimes.
There's shaved.
It goes up and down. Yeah. So anyway, so it's not available on Amazon Prime. My film's no longer available on Amazon Prime, but it is available online if people want to see it. And it's called Selective.
Oh my God!
What?
He's searching for knees on a certain site.
It's bound to be on there.
That's not a knee.
That's not a knee.
That is
not a knee. That's higher than the knee.
Is that a knee? No, God, no. That's not a knee.
Fetish.
Could you stop? Because we're talking to someone.
Okay, so I'm so sorry.
What's that?
That's not a knee.
What was that thing?
It's a machine.
Yeah.
Roman.
People aren't people weird? Aren't people weird? What we obsess about?
Machines for love. Title of my autobiography.
That wasn't love. That wasn't love.
What Carl Pilkington calls the old Roman knob on a stick.
Oh. There we go. Need a file. Thank you, Charlie. Need a file. Well done. Need a file. What's the name of the film? I think it was called Dirty. No, oh, you mean his film? Tim.
My film is called Selective Listening, and it is available because we uploaded it just so that people would see it on Vimeo and YouTube. So you can go and search for Selective Listening.
Right, so we need to come up with a date to do a screening. And I'm guessing if it's on Vimeo, we can screen it on Twitch. Is that allowed? Would we get flagged up by some bot? Getting back to Pornhub.
I'll say something. Well, I've got a couple of things to say. First of all, if you go and see Selective Listening online, probably don't watch it with your kids. It's rated 15, and it's got language in it.
Which language? French.
Well, the funny thing is, BBFC. Have you ever released a film?
We had a lecturer at my performing arts course who was big in the BBFC. Can't remember his name. Really lovely guy, and he was around when like Chainsaw Massacre was getting banned and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And he wanted to on my friend Simon.
Why?
He wanted to on my friend Simon. Can you hear us when I mute us, Tim?
I can lip read. I know.
Okay.
Simon's really lovely, but it's not something I would think that many people have proposed.
Have you ever, Simon? A bit drunk in the pub. Simon, have you ever experienced the pleasure?
People are weird, aren't they?
Anyway.
People are so weird.
Tim, please get to the point, because this is really just going all around the dirty house, the back of the houses and the undercarriage of the houses.
Down the ginnel, yeah.
I hope that he was one of the people who rated my film.
Yeah.
Because when you send it off to BBFC and they come back with the rating, obviously, they tell you what it is. And I just looked it up just to remind myself, because they put up notes on their website about what the film's about or why it's rated 15, right? And under language, it says frequent strong language. Mother F, the F word, as well as some milder bad language. Wanker, twat, bitch, cock, piss, dickhead, knobend, bastard, bollocks, bloody puff, git, arse, and Jesus Christ.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
Did they have any section involved that said not enough golden showers? Because it wouldn't be in, would it?
Let's try and keep this, guys.
It's too late. You just run through all the swears.
Tim and Catherine, can we try and keep this family friendly tonight, please? Both of you have sullied the ears of, and I apologise.
All right,
to the listeners,
Mr. Neves.
Can I just say,
wasn't family friendly to me.
I'm trying to encourage Patreon sign up. Let's see how many people have signed up for Patreon while we've been here tonight. Let's have a look. 1. Thank you, wrestling fan.
One.
Thank you, wrestling fan.
Yes.
Before I go.
Are you going?
I go. I like the fact that you're doing longer on Twitch tonight. I like the fact that you could get random people phoning you, because I personally find it more entertaining when you've got people who aren't nice enough to not be a knobend.
Here's the thing, right?
He's talking about the callers, not you.
No, I know, but
I was talking about me.
We haven't had that element of randomness for a while. Even before we went behind the paywall, it did feel like we were kind of stirring the same pot a bit.
That's what. Don't you think that putting a clip like that on YouTube is something that might draw people?
We'll do it. We'll
potentially, yes.
We'll definitely do it. So, do you feel? So one of our fears. So the show is 3 hours long at the moment. It's roughly an hour is free, a little bit less, 2 hours, a bit more is behind the paywall, and we are looking at probably doing an hour and a half free, an hour and a half paywall. How does that? I mean, my concern is giving value for money to the people that are putting their hands in their pockets.
I understand that, but one thing I think is, just from my point of view, obviously, but I think that you get the reasons for people to tune in. It's a balance, isn't it? You get the reason for people to tune in when you get the unpredictability. And, I think maybe that also comes with nighttime shows. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Well, we've had someone, and I very kindly explained to us they unsub because they can't do the morning shows. And why would you pay for the morning shows if you can't do the morning shows and you enjoy it live?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, actually, but...
Oh, we haven't had your email yet.
No,
Yasser says it's all about value for money, like when I called it. Nice to see you, Yasser, by the way. I mean, it is a balance, right? And this is only the second month, and we lost 50 people. Okay. But do we play around with doing 2 evening shows and 1 morning show? Do we? I think for this month, we're certainly going to do Monday's show for free. I think we go for the hour and a half thing for this month, and put out and say this is not put out, but say this is what we're doing this month. We'd like your feedback at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Do we do 1 morning, 2 nights? I don't know. Do we? And the nights you don't have to be here. One night you could be at home and we do it all on Zoom, and that would work. I know it's tricky with kids and stuff. That's the thing. I don't know, Tim, and it's really bloody frustrating and disappointing and heartbreaking.
But it's also early days, and yes, we lost 50, but we kept 600.
Yeah, but they were the worst 600. I wanted those guys to go.
Admittedly, they weren't your favourite 600.
I'm joking. It's been a bit depressing, Tim, to be honest. I don't know.
You're going to ask the question and you're going to get 600 different answers. But among them, you may find the, you said you did a survey or something, did you?
We did a little poll on Patreon.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet. So I'll have a butch.
All right. Thank you, man. Always nice to talk to you, and we'll sort out that film.
We will.
That's happening. Thank you. Well, give us the name of the film again, because some people are asking.
Selective Listening.
That explains why they didn't hear it and I didn't remember it.
Oh, that reminds me. Looking at Twitter, have you seen that Shappi Khorsandhi's been diagnosed ADHD?
I thought I knew that.
No, she's kind of unlocked it and is having a similar experience to you.
I thought she told me.
Or maybe she did recently.
Don't know. I've not spoken to her for ages. Oh, I got to email Jacqueline Paul, but I cannot open my emails in front of you because it's Catherine's birthday, right?
Because they're full of blueies.
They are full of blues. It's Catherine's birthday on the 11th, right? And
12th. the 12th.
It's Catherine's birthday on the 11th.
The 12th.
And
it's not my birthday on the 11th.
I'm struggling with presents this year. By the way, Scylla Magnus, thank you. Dan, thank you. Yasser, lovely to see you. Anonymous, thank you for the money. I haven't really got emails. Okay. I don't know what to get. I'm struggling with presents. So I've got a little gizmo for you that's coming, but it's nothing. But so your birthday treat this time is we're going to go out. Yeah. We're going to have a nice night on Saturday the 14th, right? And I cannot open my emails because I know that at the top of the emails it says, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Wow.
Right. It's about an hour away.
Uh-huh.
And it'll be a laugh. It'll be a right old laugh. Try Vimeo, Jim.
Will I have to wear trousers? It's not the A41, is it?
I mean, we go via the A41, so that could be on the way back. I need you here by 5 on Saturday, the 14th. And
I've not got the kids that weekend. I can turn up whenever.
I'd like you there at 5, no earlier. And I'm going to drive you there.
Yeah, and you're going to leave me there?
I'm going to leave you there for 2 hours. Then no, it'll be a laugh.
Okay. And
now, I'm never one for arranging nights out.
Oh.
I never do that.
Yeah.
So it could be crap.
No, it's going to be great. Are we going clubbing?
You know that I don't like do a surprise nights out.
I thought you were that guy.
No, I'm not that guy. So
could you be him? Could you be him just for a week?
So that's Saturday the 14th.
Large in it. We're going out large in it.
Pills and white gloves. Wow. I guarantee you'll laugh a lot.
Well,
you'll laugh a lot. We're going to see that Andrew, comedian, the racist guy. Oh, here comes withheld number. We don't normally, but you know what? I'm loving the vibe tonight. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Your turn.
Yes.
Hi, it's me, Mr. Albus.
Oh, you sound different.
But it's not.
Sorry.
I accept your apology. Alistair. Dun, dun, dun. It is exciting stuff. And I will tell you what it is when you're going to love it. Alistair.
Can you hear us? Alistair.
Hi.
Hey. Hello, mate.
There were technicals before, Ian.
We saw your technicals.
They weren't technicals. But what had happened, I'd put the settings to do my music radio show on Twitch, which, I was using virtual audio cables and things. So anyway.
It's a flipping nightmare.
It's a
using a
minefield.
computer for one thing. What I'm saying, minefield. You got it right. For using the computer audio for one thing and then another thing, because it should be just like, all right, turn this on, boom, we're done. No. Reroute that. Not wires. Wires I could do. Unplug that, plug that. No.
That's what Alistair just said, and you just reiterated.
I know, but I'm empathizing with my brother.
It's great to see you both tonight.
It's great to see you.
Really liking the costumes you've got. I think they look very colourful and bright and cheery.
Costumes? It's just a shirt that it was the last clean shirt I had on my holiday, and I've been wearing it all day.
But in a way, you're right. Clothes are costumes. Who am I going to be today?
We're playing characters in the movie that's directed by God.
Rabbit hole t-shirt.
Look at beautiful. That's a collector's item.
Beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
But anyway, so I was slightly panicking because I occasionally look at my bank balance on me app.
Never do that, mate. Never do that.
Oh my God, Anyway, but I'm kind of at the moment sort of renegotiating my own budget with myself.
Good.
And I have cut a number of things, but I'd just say I wanted to keep the Patreon with yourselves at the same level, because this is something that's really important to me. Go on, Ian. What are you?
I was going to tell you to fuck off.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't. I'm going to.
All right.
No. That's beautiful what you say. I really appreciate that. But neither Catherine nor I would want anyone. I'm going to say especially you, because I consider you a friend. Would want anyone to get themselves into financial difficulty because of us.
Do not make your life more difficult or more complicated.
Serious, and we would people that have dropped off. Do you know what? There's two that we've gone, huh? Maggie, that we've really kind of we've taken personally because for whatever reason. But everyone else, the other 48, and those two people, it's our ego and it's confusion, and we'll calm down and we'll go, a couple of days, a week, we'll go, okay. Everyone else that has left us, it's fine, man. It's fine. There's no hard feelings. It's the way it goes. I mean, we're scared, but that's okay. There's no hard feelings. So if you did it, if you left or you went down or whatever, we just hope that you were okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
People are going to come and go. It's an uncertain time, so we would never hold it against you, Alistair. And seriously, please don't put yourself in a situation that you can avoid easily.
Well, what I have done is I've decided that I'm not going to subscribe to anybody on Twitch anymore, because I often subscribe to Sinjo and others and Jim and Lonely God, whatever. But that's got to stop because I can't afford it. And I have cancelled your sub as well. But that's being said. I mean, that's just a little thing. And I'll have the adverts whilst I'm watching if they.
Well, we don't do adverts on here anymore. But at the start, and maybe Twitch fires some off automatically. I don't know, but we don't play adverts anymore. But also, your sub. It's now they've changed the way subs are done on Twitch, and it's changing to $3.99. So we'd get £2 of your £4. Save your money, man. Save your money.
But So I'm good. I've been back at AA. I've been to 3 meetings now, Ian.
Beautiful. Well, makes a difference, doesn't it?
It's really helped. But still a bit anxious. Still wondering about the world, and a couple of things you've spoken about tonight. I don't go if I even got to an amusement park, right? Even if I got there, I wouldn't go on anything that went fast. I would head straight for the children's section.
I know what you mean.
I shouldn't have said that. But a little thing that went really slow.
The scenic ride.
Mate, you would have loved the Gruffalo ride, because you're just bobbing around and it smells nice. All these smells, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm with you, brother. Totally.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And I did sort of a few years ago actually go on the fast ones and the horrible ones, but I got through it, but I didn't really enjoy it when I was on it. So what's the point, really?
That's how I feel about eating spicy food. It shouldn't be
challenge.
It shouldn't be like flipping Banzai. Enjoy your meal. Why?
Yeah, we did.
Trying to impress?
When Kath joined us at the park, we went to Nando's afterwards, and I did get wing roulette, where it's different spicy things. Is that Kat?
Yes.
Hello, Max. And my eldest nearly threw up. So it's like, I do think, food shouldn't be a sport. And just going back, Jim says, and Dave both said this, Jim says, Alistair's always welcome in my channel, sub or not, as is everyone. I want people to hang out and have a laugh. And we're the same. And we're both aware that we've been going on about money with Patty and with Patreon and stuff like that. And it's because we find ourselves in a really unusual position for someone who's nearly 50 and someone who's nearly 55, and it's a strange position, and I don't know how to work like this, and maybe we bang on about the money too much. But if you were a patron and you're not, if you were a sub and you're not, you're welcome. Come in and enjoy the show, even if you can't pay for it, even if you don't want to pay for it, even if you've never paid, whatever. The free bit of the show, come in and enjoy it. We wish that we could give this free to everyone, because we just want people to hear it.
Yeah,
that's it. And I feel bad that we have to go behind a paywall, but if you can't, you refuse to, come and join the free bit. That's all cool. We want people to have a laugh.
Yeah, this is true.
I love you, Alistair. Genuinely.
Love you.
I consider you a brother.
I love you both.
Okay,
I'm glad you said that, because can I come and live with you, Ian?
Okay, breaking up, Alistair. Sorry about that, mate. So I do apologise. We lost you there. Don't know what happened there.
He's a fast mover, isn't he?
He's too fast for me. It's too fast for me. God, but the show hasn't really started yet.
Yes, it has.
I feel.
Excuse-moi, who are you talking to? Woohoo! It's the pleasure I get out of life.
It's the pleasure I get out of life.
Oh, why have you written Dave Grohl on there? I think I know.
Oh,
but I would
Dave
like
Grohl. No, I'm not. I don't like the Foo Fighters. I have a begrudging respect for Grohl.
My dad likes the Foo Fighters. He went to see them with my sister. They ended up in the mosh pit, and he ended up with orange juice all over his brogues.
That's piss, right?
Yeah, it was piss.
Someone pissed on your dad?
They were throwing bottles of it about.
Oh.
I guess they were all trapped in there for quite a long time. It's got to go somewhere. It went on the churches.
I don't like the Foo Fighters. I think they're awful, the worst kind of stadium rock. But
I love Dave Grohl.
I got a begrudging respect for Dave Grohl. Right, I have a begrudging respect, and
even more so after this.
So the Westboro Baptist Church, that's who they are. That's what they're called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Westboro Baptist Church. So they're the horrible people that picket returning soldiers' body funerals and processions and gay weddings and all of that horrible.
Oh, they never miss a gay event, do they?
Oh no. So let me get this right. They were picketing outside a Foo Fighters concert.
Yeah.
And so Dave Grohl sees this. So he rocks up. This is
good for that purpose for sure.
He decides to counteract with a bit of disco.
So he rocks up with on the back of an open flatbed truck. God hates your idols. No peace for the wicked. So I guess they're saying false idols for stuff. God hates pride.
God is your enemy. Wow.
Oh, maybe this is a pride event or something.
No, I don't think it is. God hates pride. So,
anyway.
these big pop stars, so they decide to take them down a peg or two and tell them they're going to hell.
So this bus rocks up with Dave Grohl on, right?
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's the whole band on there, look.
I got something to say. Because you know what? I love you.
Boom.
I do. The way I look at it is I love everybody. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Boom. Beating them at their own game.
Because I think it's about love. That's what I think. I think we're all about love. And you shouldn't be hating. You know what y'all should be doing? You should be dancing. 1, 2, you know what to do. Go on. Oh! Come on, boys. You can dance with me. Come on now. I saw your mama dancing. I saw her dance. She was dancing. So we're going to sing it to you. My baby was at midnight.
Oh, it sounds bloody awful.
No, but I love the commitment to disco.
My woman takes me higher. My woman keeps me warm. Come on now.
I mean, it sounds bloody awful, but it is great. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way.
They want an argument. They want a fight. They want you to lose your temper. They want you to get aggressive.
Show. Yeah, they were picked in the show. Oh, there's some really unpleasant people around, right?
Yeah.
Some really unpleasant.
But also people who are getting their own stuff out under the guise of various...
Here's a surprise.
Arguments.
Bonjour, Lisa Marie. Bonjour.
Hey.
Jean-Luc. Bonjour.
Hi.
Ça va? Hello? Hello? Can you hear us?
Yes.
How are you doing this evening? We have not heard from you for many days. We miss you.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Where the bloody hell have you been?
Just busy with family stuff and things.
Okay. Is everyone all right? Are you all right?
Yes.
Is everyone else all right?
Yes.
Good. Look at that smile. I've missed those pearly whites, Catherine.
Yeah.
I've missed that smile. That hair's looking great.
The face says a lot even when sometimes the words aren't there.
Yes. Yes.
Nice to see you, Lisa.
Morph, I'll get to the bullshit point you're making in a minute. It's lovely to see you. How may we be of assistance to you this evening?
I just thought I'd call because I haven't done that for a while, so...
Yeah, it's nice to hear you. What is happening this weekend? I remember how this goes. What is happening this weekend for you?
Haven't got anything planned.
Nothing. You got nothing planned. You're not going to go. I hear that the Jungle Cruise, the new movie by The Rock.
Yes.
I've heard it's really, really good.
Well, you like The Rock.
Oh, I love The Rock, but I've heard it's really good.
Emily Mary Poppins is in it too.
Okay. I've heard it's really, really good. Like as like not just like it's not a kids' film. It's not necessarily a family film. That is a good movie. There's that. Oh, I was going to check what was on at the cinema. That's why I picked my phone up 4 hours ago. I remember. Maybe you want to go and see a movie. No, I'm not asking. Not with me. I'm busy. I've got college work to do. But maybe you want to go and see a movie. Maybe you want to go out and I don't know.
Maybe she doesn't want to do anything.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe we'll spend one entire day in our pajamas in my house, just because we've had a very busy week.
I got to do college work tomorrow. I got to read some boring reports. I got a placement, by the way, guys. I had to fill in forms for that today. I could have clients in the space of 2 or 3 weeks. Clients,
indeed.
So, stay at home. I don't care.
Don't tell her what to do.
I'm not. Oh, no, I am. Stay at home. That's an order. It's an Ian Lee order.
Or don't. But whatever you do, enjoy it.
We're thinking of bringing the quiz back, Lisa Marie.
Cool.
Strong feelings there.
Strong vibe. But she's no, because you know why she paused then? Because she's thinking, I've got to come up with a game.
Yes.
Cool. That was it. So you be me. Say the thing about the quiz.
We're thinking of bringing the quiz back, Lisa Marie.
Think of the game. Yeah, cool. Playing cool.
It's what really went on.
All right, Lisa Marie. Nice to talk. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Genuinely a pleasure to see you. Makes our day.
Yes.
Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Tutty bye. What were you talking about? We've been in Bell Cheese, Morph. Look, Morph says, do people not like stadium rock because they want to be cool and alternative and not like popular music?
Who doesn't?
No. It took me a long time to realise that some people don't like the same music as me.
Mm.
And I used to think they were idiots. You used to think they were stupid. I think, you don't like the Monkees and the Beach Boys. You don't like the Beatles. I think this kid, the Beatles one.
Although if people really like the Lighthouse Family in the beautiful South, I do judge.
Yeah. But you don't like the Beach Boys, who used to play stadiums. Now they play arenas. First of all, I don't like concerts in stadiums. I think they sound awful. And I saw the Eagles. I've been to another stadium concert. Anyway, I don't like stadium concerts. I think they're awful. Ollie, coming to you in a second. And I don't like the Foo Fighters. That's okay. I kind of find it a bit bland. I don't like Coldplay. Coldplay was on the radio today. I don't like them. Don't like the singing. I don't like them. That's okay. And the term stadium rock, I mean, it's kind of, with all terms, it covers, it doesn't really do the job. It's an easy term. It's like saying disco.
Yeah.
Or pop.
Soul.
I don't like pop music. Well, what does that mean, really? Mm-hmm. Stadium rock, what does that mean? Because, the Beach Boys are a stadium band. Now they're a large theatre band. What does it mean? But I don't like the Foo Fighters. And that's okay. The 3 reasons why I became a forever fan of this show, says Fifi, in no particular order. 1, the Advent calendar.
Jasmine.
Girl. Yes, thank you. And Lisa Marie.
I have this from my mum.
We missed... Jim says, I've got a backlog of quizzes. I carried on preparing them from once a week since it stopped. Grievance number 9. Lots of blasts from the past tonight, says Dave. Some more pleasant than others. Ollie! Evening team, been loitering for weeks. Thought I would say hi. I have missed you. I have. There's some... listen, people come and go, and that's great. But there are some people who go, I wonder. I hope they're all right. Ollie, you're one of those people. I hope you're all right.
Yeah. Well, actually, the truth is, my head goes, have I said something?
And
then goes to, hope they're all right.
There's an element of that. It's like, I'm going to say, I don't normally mention names, but I'm going to mention names because I'm not doing it in I'm doing it in an interested, capital I interested, small c concerned way. Hannah and Ray.
Yeah, I was thinking about them the other day.
What happened to them? Now, if I remember correctly, and I may be doing, and I hope they're well, I really do, and this isn't This is a big capital I interested, small c concerned. Barry Pickle says, no need to mention me, Ian. I don't do this for the fame. And I'm sure I remember quite early on them saying, we prefer the radio shows opposed to the Twitch show, which is fine. It's a different show. And they kind of went away. And the quiz always causes a row. Bad losers, brown eyes, bad losers. But they're the ones, because they were so
passionate and loyal
about the radio show.
Yes.
I just think, well, I wonder. Ollie says, you're on while I'm at work. I'm usually listening. Well, it's good to have you on board. It's good to have you on board. Who is that? The couple that designed the T-shirts? Huh? Have you ever thrown a kettle over a pub? No. So yeah, I'm not like what the bloody hell is going on with
just,
them? What happened? What happened? You know, and also, you know, there are again, no names, no pack drill, but there are a couple of people that were following us, you know, that were subbed or whatever, but were fans for a long time, and then kind of just went, nah. And I do think, well, what happened? What did we? What again? And it's people say don't take it personally, and it's hard not to, because this is based on our personalities. The whole thing is based on our personalities.
But people make these decisions based on what's going on in their lives, you know. And it's funny that you said don't take this personally, because I did have. If you'd look very carefully, you'd have seen a sort of fuzzy outline of Rhythmic Paul over my head. In a kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi way, saying
the end of Return of the Jedi.
Don't take any of it personally.
But it's difficult not to, because this show is based on our personalities, and it's also difficult for me when I lose jobs. Don't take it personally. Well, my job when I was a radio host and a TV host was based on my personality. So they have replaced me with Christo and then James Whale. Well, there was obviously something about my personality they didn't like, and they preferred of that. Yeah, Yasser's web safety added. I don't know what that means. No, go away. Yasser says maybe something's changed in their lives, and that's it.
Yeah, entirely possible.
That's it. Hello, anonymous caller.
Not bad.
Okie dokie. Just call them back.
I don't think that was them.
Okay, well,
let's not poke that bear. I say bear. Little hamster.
I'm so thirsty. I had a lot of Coca-Cola. I had a lot of refill Coca-Cola glasses.
Your boys were horrified at the amount of ice I put in mine, but it was
I love it.
It was a muggy day.
I love it.
I'm not going to apologise. Also, if it's a bottomless pop, you can put as much ice in it as you want, because you can go and get more.
Nina says, conversely, when I stopped calling in, I worried you thought I'd gone off you, daft. Do you know, I didn't think... We think things, you know, and that's cool. I didn't think that. I was worried about you, Nina, when you have different feelings for different people. And I guess, for me, it is how I perceive you. So I perceive you, and this is totally made up, and I'm aware that I do it, so I push away. I perceive you, Nina, as... being slightly more vulnerable. And that's not an insult or anything that you've said. It's just the stuff that I made up. I perceive... I mean, I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend people. I perceive Tim, again made up, as being very confident and sure of himself. Quite possibly isn't, you know, but that's what I make. Do you do that?
Yeah, and I think that we all do it, don't we? We make up the part of the story that we can't know to justify the situation. We do that about everything. I try to weigh up more than one possible scenario. That's the difference now, I think, having grown up a little bit.
Rizzle, this is our happy place too. Dave says, I haven't seen the Sparks film yet, Dave. And I like these Friday nights when it's free and easy. And the paywall, I love it because it's a different show, and that show hasn't found its feet yet.
No, and I know that it does make some people feel a little bit more secure when phoning up, because they know that they're not in front of such a... They're in front of the home crowd, does that make sense? Rather than being, you know, out in the open. front of everybody.
But then also some people find the Patreon not as exciting because that element of the paywall, because
that
element of danger is gone.
Yeah.
Danger with a small d and in inverted commas. That element has gone of the randomness. So we're doing this tonight's show, and we're going to do a show Monday morning. I'm assuming you're around. I don't know if you're around. Bring the kids here if you want. It's all good. And then we need to work out next week. It's a little bit tricky, but we'll do it. Free. Normally this would be we'd be behind the paywall. We've locked heavy behind the paywall now, and we're not, because we're doing it free because we're going to do this every month, a couple free. So if you want to support us, you can throw us an Amazon Prime sub here if you want. It doesn't cost you a penny, or Patreon. $6.66 will get you access to the paywall. Here's the thing, right? You sign up to Patreon now. Oh, geez, okay, well, I've got like one show. No, you get the entire back catalogue.
Yeah.
And even though we only started last month, we were putting stuff up before. So there's 2 months worth of stuff.
There's loads. And it's not just this show. There's some extras that you won't get anywhere else. So have a look.
Peter, not Pete, says the Friday show here on Twitch seems much nicer than when it was on YouTube. Oh, God, we ain't doing a Friday night show live on YouTube again.
No.
Oh,
it's
man.
a snake pit. Morph100 says, do you think youngsters lack empathy, or is it something you get with age? No, but I think life experience maybe leads you to be a little more open to different possibilities of what might have happened.
I would also suggest that there are a significant amount of young people that have got huge empathy, more than I could ever have.
Yeah.
Carry on.
But do you know what? Speaking personally, when I was about 20, till I was about 26, I thought I had a pretty solid view of what was right, what was wrong, what was on, what shouldn't happen.
What was off?
I thought I knew. Turns out I knew nothing.
Lance says, when I finally get another job, I'll join Patreon. Did you lose the bookshop? What's the bookshop called? Not Wagamama's. That's the Fusion.
It was Waterloos.
Did I know that? Did I miss that? I know there was some issues. Can we have Patty Cam back on Monday? Yes, I will set Patty Cam up. Worth signing up for just for Euro Groovy. Thank you, Gaz. That's the thing that Catherine does. Izzy says it's a treasure trove. Carrie says, give us a hint of what's behind the paywall. What's this? More show, better show. More show, better show. Have we got any people?
Who was that? You?
That was me. Have we got any? What's in that pink tube?
Lip gloss.
Okay. No, thanks.
Nice.
No, because I got to go and pick up Patty tomorrow, and I don't want to have lip gloss.
Right, if it on by then, you eat it. Ends up getting eaten. Lip gloss is a waste of time, but I do love it.
Have we got any people that?
Yeah, one.
Well, let's have it.
The reason, wrestling fan, you must have missed the last live show we did, because we did go through the.
We did it. Yeah.
We did do Judge Boyle. I will gladly preside over this one in preparation for the real thing. Anyway, I've been called up to jury service. Let's see. We got 2 here. Wow. Okay.
Oh, hang on a minute. Whoa. Hang on a minute. If we're going to do it right now. Do it with...
All rise. For Judge Boyle's Judgment Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the court is now in session.
Thank you for the message, Charlie Wolf. We cannot allow that
You
foul
be
language.
in bed.
They are licking minerals off of the rocks. What, the goat? Why are we talking about goats?
What are you watching?
That was...
That was last time we were on.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who is... Hang on a minute. I got to find out.
You should be in bed.
You should be in bed. What is going on? Hang on a minute. They are licking... That was the goats, mountain goats, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well,
actually, they were up a dam, weren't they?
What is it? There? Where is it? I can't remember how to use this. Hang on a minute. Please bear with me, caller. Here we go. Robert Thorpe!
What? Thank you.
Hey, Robert Thorpe, thank you. They are licking minerals off of the rocks. Robert Thorpe, thanking you, sir. This donor goal is not for anything specific. Don't need to contribute towards Patty anymore. That's kind of paid up. Actually, I got to tell you, it is what it is. So this is just to kind of top up the money that we earn, which is not a lot. It's a few £100 a week each, right? Which some of you may sound like a lot. And, you know, I guess it is in comparison to something, a few £100 a week each. So this is just to top it up, not for anything specific. If you want to, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. Nina says, life got in the way big time in 2021. I did feel pretty vulnerable for the first half of this year, that's sure. Charlie Wolf, thank you very much indeed.
Okay, do you want to do this one out loud? Because I know that this is something that was discussed in chambers.
I don't remember this.
Yes. So I don't know whether I want to name names.
Don't name it.
But someone asking why they were banned. Because of their behaviour across Twitch in other people's...
Oh, then let's go.
Do you know what I mean?
Goodbye.
So we're not going to name names.
Goodbye.
But that's why.
Patty's doing great, Jen. I'm collecting her tomorrow. She's been staying with some really cool people called All Done Pets, who are great animals. Like, it's where I got Mucky and Lucky from. They're rescuers and fosterers and all that. And they've sent me videos of Patty every day, and she's looking really happy. And I bet she's going to be really pissed off when she comes back.
Okay. Now we have delightful coffee obsessed 60.
Oh. You don't spell he spelled the F word with the 7, F-U-7.
Well, so it doesn't get picked up. But what he doesn't know is I'm just going to report him now, and it will go to a person who can work out that what you're writing there is
the F word,
offensive,
and the B word to describe a lady.
Yeah, that guy looks like a junky version of Jared Schultz from Storage Wars, banned by What's on the Tapes. Came in with that FUB. So
hello, darling. This is Mucky. Mucky heard me talking about.
Thanks for that, Albert Einstein. But unfortunately, your endeavour to get underneath the swear radar is about to be thwarted.
And Bilal is here, Zafaka. Oh, he's hanging their band. So. Hey, Bilal, nice to see you, man. I've not seen you or heard from you for ages. Here's where I'm thinking, right? You're not banned, Bilal. So Twitter, I got a trapped hair there. And I've got to go in deep tomorrow. You know how you do it?
Pin,
badge. Pull it. And when you get it out, it's like really long. I love it. It's bloody. It's a bloody mess. Bloody mess. I flipping love it, man. Don't have a nice shave. Wah. I hate Twitter. And as we were saying to Jim Bob earlier on, hey, yeah, so nice one. Thank you, man. Go on in. I hate it. And I'm thinking I want to change my relationship with it.
Right.
And I have come so close this week to unfollowing everybody except for you.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Baker doesn't follow me anymore. I think he's muted me because he hasn't replied to the last few tweets I've sent him. That's fair enough. That's fine. That's fine.
I think there's a mistake there.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't think there is, because remember we thought there was a mistake about a couple of other things this week and there wasn't.
Yeah, but he's still following me.
Okay, fine.
But people only ever follow me because they like you.
I bang on about mental health and money and stuff, so that's cool.
Mm.
And then I thought, actually, I want to, maybe I just want to follow, like, my friends. So me, so you, Scott, Stephen Page, Bare Naked Ladies, Dolens.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But then I thought, but I don't like it when I get unfollowed. What will Kathy Burke think is what I've been thinking, which is nuts, because I think she's muted me as well. She hasn't replied to the last few things I've sent her. I really hate Twitter. I'm trying to
be... The fact that this is the way you're thinking about it suggests something does need to change.
Sense is unhealthy. Hey, nice one. Young, not from Africa. I struggled to read that name. Pete. Oh, I unfollowed you, and I enjoyed that. So I've changed my Twitter bio to striving for authenticity. Striving for authenticity.
Okay.
And that means not being an a-hole, but being honest, authentic.
That's a lot more positive than what you put on before.
Went woke, went broke.
Yeah.
And so I need to work out, who do I really want to be on Twitter? Right? I don't want to be on there as much at this precise moment in time. I really want to follow some of these people. I don't think I do, and I'm doing it because I don't want to hurt their feelings. So I don't know. Don't know what I'm trying to say.
Is this time to employ the old "those who mind won't matter" and "those who matter won't mind"?
No, because I've not heard of that before and I don't like it.
Well, have it anyway.
It scares me.
It works. It works.
Coronavirus, we don't want it anymore. It's the coronavirus, take it away. It's the coronavirus, go away. I can't stand it anymore. Please go away. I can't forget the time I heard you say it's the coronavirus, take it away. So don't go outside anymore till it's gone.
We don't want it anymore.
It's the coronavirus, take it away. We don't want it anymore. Please God, take it away.
And while we were enjoying that, we missed a call from Shen.
But my singing was better. Here we go. Twitter is a cesspit, but you can make it better by employing Limmy's thing of
block and move on.
Block and move on. But it's not people that I want to. I do that. I did that. I came up with that first. Actually, I just didn't bang on about it. I've unfollowed Limmy. I've unfollowed Danny Baker.
Oh.
That felt like a bold thing.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Pete, what is I don't understand what you're saying, Pete. I didn't enjoy unfollowing you. That was like when I started to have a cull. I unfollowed Pete, and then I don't really remember it.
Oh, that's gonna hurt more. What? No blessing? Not even a blessing.
Gosh was to the song.
Oh.
See, now this is why I'm worried I've upset Pete. This is the insecurity is really interesting, isn't it?
Thank you, Linny, 72, for the blessing.
I did. There was. I did a nice guided meditation today on the Insight Timer. 10 minutes stress. 10 minutes stress. Get rid of the stress.
Did it work?
Oh, it was because you were tweeting about I'm a celeb. I thought it was Talk Radio. It was I'm a celeb. Let's call Shen.
Shen.
What wouldn't be a Friday night stream without a Catherine sneeze?
I sneeze a lot.
It's a pleasure I get out of life.
Maybe I've got a defective nose. Or I was going to offer some other options.
Shen, we're trying to call you, buddy. Let me try this. Ring back.
Ples.
Shen.
Oh, dear.
Ples.
I bet someone loves sneezing.
Oh, sneezing is like coming from your nose.
Oh, is
nasal cum.
What?
It's just an orgasm. It's the same. It fires off the same.
Really not.
It fires off the same. Shut up, Roger. It fires off the same things.
And
as
also,
an orgasm.
Some people think it's rude in public. Hi, Shen.
Hello. How are you both?
Good, thank you. Nice to see your face.
How can we look at those pearly whites? How can we help you, Shen? Oh, that sofa looks comfortable. That sofa looks very comfortable.
What we're looking at there, is that leather or is that a very fine
It's
colour?
leather.
It's leather.
I'm going to sound really self-centered, but after my dad had the stroke, we had to lift the sofa up.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of weirdly elevated off the ground. So it's not as kind of like comfy as it seems.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that still looks like one of those. There's nothing better, right? New leather sofa. No thanks, I'm not interested. 5-10 years. Oh
no, but
yes.
No, well, by the time we got rid of ours, it was an absolute mess. It was like school shoes after 2 weeks when the kids had really battered them. The cats had been on it. Kids had like weed on it, thrown up. It had seen life, and you could tell.
Leather couches are weird when, like, in the middle of winter when it's really cold, they're cold, and in the middle of summer
They
you
stick
end up
to your
sticking
legs.
to it. So
yes. Also, you feel a bit wrong. I'm not going to say it. Go on.
Oh, no,
You've got to be fully dressed on it.
I was kind of guessing that was what you yeah. So yeah, shorts on a leather sofa.
Oh, that's true.
It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, feels wrong. Anyway, you all right? We've established that your sofa is.
So sorry I've not been in touch. I'm back at work now, so it's kind of difficult to kind of catch the show. and then I've kind of been writing my book that features you two. And yeah,
Ian and Kath save the world.
One call at a time.
And yeah, I've just not been around, so apologies for that. And on my to-do list, on one of my to-do lists, I've got two things that are quite high up in it. Subscribing to MLB.com and subscribing to you guys. But
hang on, did you say NLP or MLB?
MLB baseball. And not in that order. Obviously, you guys are on top of.
I love the baseball. When I took the boys to New York a couple of years ago, we went and watched the New York Mets. I bought some tickets, cheap tickets, right up in the gods. They're not called the gods. I can't remember what they're called. And I thought, well, we'll go for half an hour. I didn't know the game lasted 3 hours. We stayed for the whole thing with two little boys. We loved it.
It's strange, isn't it?
We went to a slightly less plush ground to see the Georgia Green Jackets.
Beautiful.
It was incredible, like proper It was a family day with a baseball game going on at the same time. It was wicked. Really, really enjoyed it.
We had hot dogs. We didn't have beer. We had big, lemonades. The people loved our British accent. We went in when the game was going on a bit. We went into one of the stores to buy Jack the Tops and stuff. Is this your first time? Oh my God! It's their first ever baseball game. They're from Windsor. Okay, and then they sent us to this booth where the boys got certificates sent to their house for free, saying you've just been to your first ever New York Mets game.
Incredible!
That was magic. They spoilt them like crazy.
They love it. The kids ran the bases at the end when the game was over. They said, "Right, anyone want to run the bases?" The kids were.
Bitter Toad.
It was great.
Thank you for signing up to Patreon.
The Augusta Green Jackets, not the Georgia Green Jackets. They're crap.
Oh, they sound like a lower league team. No offense to them. On YouTube, you can find old black and white games, and old to the point where the commentator says "Lucky Strike cigarettes," blah blah blah. The greatest smoke ever, really smooth, and it's surreal. But it's nice traveling back in time. Because I can't afford I can't afford to subscribe to MLB at the moment. I can't subscribe to you guys. Apologise for that. But yeah, no, old games are fascinating. How are you both? I know that I've already asked, but
we're all right.
Up for a while.
We're keeping on, right? Hello.
Hi. Ian's frozen.
So what?
How are you? He's saying.
I'm good.
I was interrupting your reply. Sorry. I on a tangent, but a connected tangent. You both look really fresh. Is that the right word? Fresh.
Thanks. A week off.
I'm Dougie Fresh, and this is my Get Fresh crew, and it's great. It's it's a week off is great. Got to do some boring college work tomorrow, which I'm dreading, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to knuckle down and do it. I got a placement, so I'm going to start having clients soon. Very excited. Brilliant. It's a charity. It's a charity near me that offers kind of pay what you can counselling for people. Yeah. And I had a lovely interview with a wonderful person, and I love the vibe of the place. I love the kind of, they do other things. I don't want to give away too many details. But they do other things that are helpful, and it's like it plays a big part in the local community. And I had an interview there, and I just thought, I really want to come and work here. I love it.
Well, passion.
So hopefully I get all my checks, all my criminal checks, and all of that stuff. But hopefully, maybe by the end of the month. It's DBS now. DBS, I think.
Oh, is it? I had to go through that when I was teaching, and that was kind of quite stressful.
What did it used to be? It used to be something else.
CBI. That's not it.
No, it was CDT.
Something. No, it was three initials.
It was DBS now. CRB. Thank you, Dan. CRB.
Oh, that's it.
The CRB.
Connected story. My first PGC placement was in a school in Thaden Boys, I love
Essex, the name Thaden Boys. I used to pronounce it Thaden Bois. Thaden Bois.
And it was a lovely school. I went to all this effort to get the background check and everything. Got to the school gate, and they never asked for it. And I could have just been a random person that just walked off the street.
You are, Shane. We're all random people.
We are all, literally random people. And then for the whole time that I was there, because they recognised me the next day, they just let me in.
It's like School of Rock without the music. P.S. I love that film.
I love the film, love the musical.
When I
saw it on Broadway.
Good. I was in Oxford Street, Oxford Circus Station, Oxford Street Station. Can't remember what it's called. And I was going down the escalator, and there was a big advert for Christmas bookings for School of Rock. That's crazy.
What is this Oxford Street Mound? What is this thing? I've missed all
what now?
The Oxford Street Mound. Do you know about this, Shane?
Yeah, no, I was going to go. It was £4.50 to climb up it. Basically, it's meant to be this scaffolded kind of elevated platform that's at the same height as Marble Arch, and it was supposed to be kind of covered with grass and plants, and it was supposed to be kind of like this environmental thing. If you go on the website, it looks amazing, but then if you look at what it actually is, it's just grass with a couple of trees.
So it costs like £2 million, and it's got loads of like scaffolding around it. And like you say, it was $4.50 originally to go up it. I think they've made it free. They may have closed it down now. I'm not sure.
I think they had to refund a couple of people because they complained.
Everyone complained.
And also, with the Arc de Triomphe, for example, like when you get up to the top of that, you can see down the road. There's a guy on YouTube called Watched Walker who went up the top. And it's not exactly the best view. You get to see Hyde Park, but because the way it's aligned, it's just... And also, it's supposed to be this environmental thing, but in actual fact, it's just lots of metal with a bit of grass at the top.
So,
$4.50.
Can I just get this clear?
Please.
So the townies have built a hill to allow you to walk up one?
They've built a £2 million hill, and everyone's complained, and they've closed it down.
London.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's incredible, man. This country... Sometimes we get it right, but this country so often gets things wrong. The Millennium Dome. I mean, it's great now because the O2 bought it and turned it into a music venue. But I went to the Millennium Dome. We went and filmed something there for Thumb Candy. They had this thing where you could be digitized and put in a thing. We went. It was crap. It was like the worst school trip ever, and we get it wrong more than we get it right. I think there are some things that are great. The London Eye is great. There are some things, but a lot of the new stuff is rubbish.
But I think the things that they get right are things that are taken over by big corporations who know how to market them.
Yes, exactly.
But if it's down to someone's bloody legacy,
you watch, right? If like the 3 Network or Sky took over the Marble Arch Mound, it would be amazing. You'd be able to ski down it or come down it on a train.
It would do something. That's the point, isn't it? That it would do something.
My plan was to go Christmas because I think with the views, like Winter Wonderland would be quite is next to it. So I think if you went up there at Christmas, you'd kind of be able to see the Oxford Street lights, and then you'd be able to see Winter Wonderland on the other side. So maybe I'll kind of check back. But yeah, like if you do a comparison of what it actually looks like now and what it was supposed to look like, it kind of looked like an elevated Garden of Babylon, kind of like Kew Gardens kind of thing, because they had all these different plants in the kind of the mocked up picture. But in reality, it's just grass.
Looks like a motorway verge, doesn't it? From what I've seen.
Yeah.
All right, Shen. Alistair says Stonehenge was good. Yeah, that was like the hundreds of years when we were good.
And you know that it was built by O2.
It was. Before I go, if Alistair's moving in with you, can I move in as
well? Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Just because I've said Mr. Bodell can come and stay next week.
Well, and then you invited someone else on holiday with us.
I didn't invited Amy on holiday with us.
Okay, well, just because you can name names. What happens is people see that and they go, oh, I see.
But those people are very dear to me.
Is it just a free-for-all?
Mr. Bodell and Amy are dear to my heart. That's like Mummy and Daddy.
She's a lot younger.
Okay, so what's genetics? She was frozen in genetics. I time travelled.
Okay.
It's like in inner space. Oh no, it's not inner space.
It's nothing
Interstellar.
Like that.
Interstellar.
Okay.
This is getting complicated. Let's close down the phone lines. Let's go and find someone to raid.
Oh, it's that time of the night, ladies and gentlemen, where he does that silly noise and then we find someone to raid.
I've enjoyed tonight for our own bite. We will be back on Monday morning. Might do something over the weekend. Might do a basic listen along. We will send out a schedule for next week. someone with the poll, and I can't find who it was now. That's what I was trying to reply to. Very kindly said the changes in schedule are difficult to follow, and it's summer holidays, and we've got kids, and we're both single parents now, so that's why. Once we get back into school, it will be much easier to have a schedule and stick to it, and we're really trying to. Once we get to September, we're really trying our best, and it's just tricky because of kids and holidays and going away and who's looking after the kids, and it's not quite as easy for Catherine to come over here of an evening as it was. So you're patient, but I totally understand the point. When it's a schedule, it's much easier, but it just can't work. Oh, there's a Fortnite event. I don't know. My boys aren't really into that much Fortnite. Oh, let's go and rate Vix. Vix, St. John or Janelle? Janelle, we haven't seen Janelle for ages. Hello?
I'm looking at the numbers and I'm thinking maybe St. John could do with it more.
Oh God, it's so tense.
We're choosing between our favourites.
These are three people that I have a lot of respect and admiration for. Here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest we go for Vix. We're going to go for an American because we're not normally on when the Americans are on. Vix, next time we're finishing one of these free shows and you're on, you're getting it. Okay? We're going to come to you because you introduced me to Goose Goose Duck. I love that game. Oh, by the way, for the play-alongs this month, Goose Goose Duck and Pico Park. So, please download Pico Park. Please download Pico Park. PICO, but no one else. It's $3.99. Jeez. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. What the hell is he doing?
Oh, what a time to join him.
We're doing this guy. Next time we're on in the evening, Janelle, because I miss Janelle. We haven't done this for ages, and I feel bad that I mentioned names.
I really miss those guys.
Yeah, I feel bad that we mentioned names, and that's unfair, and I take that back. But here we go. Thank you, everybody. I'll probably see you over the weekend at some point. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm so thirsty.
Who's down there, I think?
Oh my God! It's Ian and Kath.
Exactly.